If you never take the time, you never know what you will find. I'm a crow, I'm the most with the least to gain. Fading Mona Lisa in a power frame. You don't know me. I'm a ring on a tree in a life that fell. What I did, I done good, and what I done, I did well.
Show broadcast, please call our trouble hotline at 336-831-0861. Mark, 2 minutes until airtime for this basketball game broadcast. Your next time cue will come with 1 minute until airtime for this basketball game broadcast. Stations, we are coming up on 1 minute until airtime. 1 minute in 5, 4, 3, 2, Mark. 1 minute, stations. 1 minute until airtime for this basketball game broadcast. Studio producers, when you hear touchdown, please start your archive recording. Coming up on 30 seconds until airtime. Mark, 30 seconds. Your next and final time cue will be with 15 seconds until airtime. Touchdown! Studios, start your archive recording. Coming up on 15 seconds until airtime. Mark, 15 seconds, stations. Have fun.
The following is a presentation of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
On the whistle, you got to make it.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, this is Georgia basketball.
We have got to be physically tough and mentally tough.
Lays it up and in and gets fouled.
Oh, my goodness. Georgia basketball is brought to you by Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Georgia Farm Bureau, always the home team. And by Piedmont Healthcare, connecting you with great care every step of the way. With confidence, we move forward. With heart, we keep carrying on.
Horn straight away three on the catch. Good, he buries it.
There's no secret. You rebound the ball, you hold them to one shot, you get out on your break, you make the next pass.
To the rack, good, two hands. He got up there and flushed it home.
Don't turn the ball over a lot. You find a way to get in the bonus early. Those are good recipes to win.
This is the Grindhouse Killer Burgers Bulldog Courtside Show. Now to Courtside, along with Chuck Dabble, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Hi again, everyone, and welcome to another night of Georgia Bulldogs basketball tonight from the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. It's the Legends Clash It, featuring the Georgia Bulldogs and the Virginia Cavaliers tonight. These two teams have not met in 34 years. Their last pairing was a Christmas Eve matchup in the Chaminade Christmas Classic in Honolulu, Hawaii in 1987. Since then, 7 different men have been Georgia's head coach since the last time the Bulldogs and the Cavaliers played. 8 if you're counting interim head coach Pete Herman in 2009. The point is, it's been a long time, and tonight we're likely to see a distinct contrast in styles. Georgia's idea is to play up-tempo, while Virginia is defense and more defense. Both teams come into tonight's matchup with records of 2-2, and both teams are relying on veteran transfers to beef up their rosters. We've got Georgia and Virginia tonight in the opening game of the Legends Classic here in New Jersey. The Courtside Countdown Show is brought to you by Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Adam Gillespie is our producer-engineer on site. Zach Jewell is in our network studio. And Chuck Dowdle will join us next right here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Georgia drivers take pride in their cars because your car is important to you. It gets you back and forth every day, helping you connect with family and friends, getting you to work, to the store, and the football game. Protect the vehicle that protects you with dependable coverage from an insurance company that's known for keeping its promises. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, right here in your community. Learn more at gfbinsurance.com.
Kroger knows this year the holidays are doubly important, so make your celebrations doubly special with fresh, never frozen, prime grade beef and Simple Truth organic Brussels sprouts. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Double specialness, void where prohibited. Certain restrictions. Wait, stop illegal. We've got even more special holiday food. It's like delicious king crab legs, private selection gourmet potatoes, or cave-aged Murray's cheese, and fresh baked La Brea bread. Kroger, fresh for everyone. All right, legal. You're up. Double specialness, void where prohibited. Certain restrictions may apply. Shop at participating stores for more details.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
Catches it, does spin move, drop step to the baseline. Slam and jam. Steps back for three. Nailed it from way downtown. Drives the lane. Kaboom! Count it! And gets the foul. Are you kidding me? Keep the excitement of game day going in a Nissan. With game-changing tech that makes every drive as exciting as a game-winning buzzer beater. Get to Nissan, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Back here in New Jersey, Legends Classic, Georgia and Virginia coming up. We're counting it down to tip-off here in the Prudential Center. Chuck Johnell joins us now as the Bulldogs and the Cavaliers are getting ready to meet for the first time in a long time, as we said in the open.
Been a minute.
And Chuck, I mean, this is a good matchup for both teams.
Well, it's an interesting matchup, that's for sure. I mean, with as you pointed out, the two different very contrasting styles of basketball. This is the Tom Crean up and down the floor. Let's get it, run and shoot, keep the ball in the air against Virginia that wants to dribble it, run that clock, take good hard looks at every pass, and then eventually work their way into a good shot. However, I think this is a chance that Georgia's got an opportunity to win. Both these teams come in 2-2. Look, we lost to Cincinnati and Georgia Tech. They lost a game to Navy, so coming out of the box. So I think that this is an opportunity for Georgia to, really build some confidence against a very accomplished and legacy-laden program in Virginia. But in order to do it, they're going to have to play better than we've been playing in these games against Georgia Tech and particularly Cincinnati.
Back-to-back games against the ACC for our Bulldogs. Georgia and Virginia going at it tonight. And we'll continue with our Courtside Countdown Show brought to you by Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. And Dog fans, the official Georgia basketball game program is fully digital and free to access. The paperback game program is no longer offered. You can log on to georgiadogs.com/digital to get everything you need to know heading into tonight's matchup against the Virginia Cavaliers. That's georgiadogs.com/digital. Zach Jewell standing by in the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios, and he's coming up next as we roll along here on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Healing and protecting your heart isn't a one-person job. It takes a team. At Northside Hospital Heart Institute, we've brought together 75 leading physicians with the expertise to treat any cardiovascular condition, whether you need a checkup, to get your blood pressure under control, or face a serious heart surgery. We're here to give you the utmost confidence in your care. Now at over 50 locations across Georgia. Northside Hospital Heart Institute. Excellence at heart.
Georgia fans, college basketball is back, so grab your friends in a cold, refreshing Dos Equis lager and make the most of the big game. Whether you're at the bar with fellow dogs or watching with your friend who went to that other school, Dos Equis is there for it all. So buy a cold, crisp Dos Equis and go Dogs. Dos Equis, proud partner of Georgia Athletics. Get a dose. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2021, imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Get ready for tip-off at the UGA Bookstore, featuring the best Bulldogs gifts and apparel. Shop all the great brands at the UGA Bookstore like Nike, Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vines, and Southern Tide. The UGA Bookstore is the exclusive home of the UGA 10 collection by Peter Millar. The UGA Bookstore in the heart of campus next to the Tate Student Center. Shop online 24/7 at UGABookstore.com. The UGA Bookstore. It's where dogs shop.
There's just so much that's new with the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway restaurants that I can't possibly fit it all into just one radio spot. But I'm going to try. There are great new subs like the All-American Club, Turkey Cali Fresh, and the new Steak and Cheese. There are amazing new toppings like hickory smoked bacon, smashed avocado, and new mozzarella. There's new bread like the Hearty Multigrain and Artisan Italian bread, and new sauces like the MVP Parmesan Vinaigrette. And that's really all I have time for. You gotta refresh to be fresh. Only at Subway. Freshly prepared in front of you.
Welcome back to the Grindhouse Killer Burgers Bulldog Courtside Show. Now, scores and highlights from around college basketball. Let's go inside the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. Here's Zach Jewell.
Dogs and Cavaliers coming up in a little less than 20 minutes. Zach Jewell here with you to get you caught up on all the hoops happening this week as we gear up for Thanksgiving, just a few short days away. Starting in conference, 6 other SEC teams in action today. Earlier, Texas A&M fell to Wisconsin 69-58 as part of the Maui Invitational being played in Las Vegas this year. Coming up at 7 p.m. with us, 10th-ranked Kentucky hosts Albany. At 8 p.m., LSU hosts Belmont. At 8:30, number 23 Florida takes on Cal. In the Fort Myers tip-off, and Mizzou plays Florida State in the Jacksonville Classic before we close it out at 9 p.m. with number 13 Arkansas taking on Kansas State in the Hall of Fame Classic. Moving to top 25 action, one final to tell you about from the Maui Invitational. Number 12 Houston takes down Butler 70-52. 2 games in progress right now with 2:57 to go in the first half. Ohio State leads number 21 Seton Hall 38-28. Number 14 Illinois Oliver Cincinnati 14-4. 14-12 to go in first half action there. Moving to 8 p.m. number 2 UCLA takes on Bellarmine in the Good Sam Empire Classic. Also at 9 o'clock, 5th-ranked Duke hosts the Citadel. Then we go to 11 p.m. when top-ranked Gonzaga takes on Central Michigan in the Good Sam Empire Classic, and 24th-ranked Southern Cal hosts Dixie State. That's your trip around college basketball this evening, but stay tuned. Scott sits down with Coach Crean next on the Bulldog Sports Network.
The SEC taught us that anything is possible, that just when you think you've seen it all, you won't believe what happens next, that comebacks are not the makings of miracles, but are born out of preparation, perspiration, and perseverance. As the official bank of the SEC, at Regions, we take these lessons to heart and strive to bring our best every single day. What has the SEC taught you? Join the conversation with #SEC Lessons. Regions Bank, member FDIC.
Kroger knows this year the holidays are doubly important, so make your celebrations doubly special with fresh, never frozen prime grade beef and Simple Truth organic Brussels sprouts. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Double special this void where prohibited. Certain restrictions. Wait, stop illegal. We've got even more special holiday food. It's like delicious king crab legs, private selection gourmet potatoes, or cave-aged Murray's cheese, and fresh baked La Brea bread. Kroger, fresh for everyone. All right, legal. You're up. Double special this void where prohibited. Certain restrictions may apply. Shop at participating stores for more details.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Georgia drivers take pride in their cars because your car is important to you. It gets you back and forth every day, helping you connect with family and friends, getting you to work, to the store, and the football game. Protect the vehicle that protects you with dependable coverage from an insurance company that's known for keeping its promises. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, right here in your community. Learn more at gfbinsurance.com.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
We're getting closer to tip-off. Time now for a visit with the Dogs head coach, Tom Crean. With Coach Crean, here's Scott Howard.
Welcome back to the Grindhouse Killer Burgers Courtside Show. We are at the Prudential Center here in Newark, New Jersey. Coach Tom Crean is with us as the Bulldogs get ready to take on the Virginia Cavaliers in the Legends Classic. And Tom, what are the benefits of the program playing an event like this?
Well, I think you bring your team to another part of the country. I think that's big. You bring them to the East Coast, which is a huge basketball haven, obviously. They got to go into New York City yesterday and spend some time there and go to the Times Square and the NBA store and things of that nature. So I think it's good for your players to be able to do that. We came in on Saturday night. But you're going against two really good teams, no matter who it is. And in Virginia, it's an outstanding program. So to start it out with, so you get a real measuring stick of where you're at over a 2-day period. It's a great opportunity to play against different styles of play that help prepare you for the league, but it just puts you in an environment that's very uncomfortable, and you've got to be able to deal with it. And for us, it's going to be a little harder because we're dealing with some illness, and we'll have some guys not available, one for sure, and Tyrone Baker, and some others that remain to be seen how well they can be effective tonight.
And you talk about the differences in play. Virginia is a team that really emphasizes defense a lot and really slowing the game down and playing a low scoring. Could you call it an ugly type of game?
Well, not really. No, because they get a lot of movement on offense. They're a really good passing team. I think if they couldn't pass and shoot, you could say that, but they can really pass and shoot the ball. And so, no, they want to make it hard on you. They're very, very aggressive defensively in the post with the initial post-up defense and then with the post-double. They're very aggressive with their pick-and-roll coverages. They get up into you on the ball, and then there's a lot of sagging. So if you stand and watch, it's not going to be a good game for us. You've got to move. You've got to constantly move. They want you to stand and watch the game. But at the same time, it's always, and this is where we've got to get better. We've got to go get pace. Right, we can't let the other team have the market on pace. We've got to be able to get that, which means we got to get it up the court. We got to throw it ahead, and we got to play in transition and not stand. We got to get a lot of cutting and movement.
What are some of the things you want to do better than what we've done in the first 4 games?
Throw the ball ahead on the break. I think that's a big one. I mean, the other night we scored 78 points, missed 12 free throws, turned it over 14 times, and only shot 17 threes, and still scored 78 points. And we'll defend better. I mean, we did not defend the dribble, which gave too many layups the other night. But the bottom line is, outside of the initial defensive pressure of transition, getting back and making them face 5, guard the ball, know what we want to do. We've got to get way better on scouting report defense. Our scouting report defense was what our number one problem was the other night. The free throws were apparent, but we just didn't guard consistently in that game the way that we needed to guard based on what their strengths were. So building that is going to be important, and then just play with a lot of confidence and let it ride and just keep the ball moving. And I think we still struggle with standing too much rather than continuing to cut, move, make the simple pass. Those are areas that we've got to get better at over the next 2 days.
Tom, thanks very much for your time. Good luck tonight against Virginia.
Thank you, Scott. Thanks.
That's Coach Tom Crean. Georgia and Virginia are coming up. We'll give you the starting lineups right after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
It's time
time to cheer on the Bulldogs with the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth, and at 5% alcohol, it's got the perfect kick to turn things up on game day. It's time to stock up for the season. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted. Please drink responsibly. Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio.
The smell of the grass, the sun on your face, the roar of Dog Nation in Sanford Stadium. That's what Georgia Game Day is about. And if we keep taking care and staying safe, we'll get back there. I'm Michael Burnett, CEO of Piedmont Athens Regional. We're grateful for our community support, and we're committed to helping end the pandemic. Let's get everyone back to classic game days in Athens. Protect each other and get vaccinated as soon as you're able to. Help Piedmont keep carrying on. And go Dogs.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Kroger knows this year the holidays are doubly important, so make your celebrations doubly special with fresh, never frozen prime-grade beef and Simple Truth organic Brussels sprouts. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Double special this where prohibited. Certain restrictions. Wait, stop, illegal. We've got even more special holiday food, like delicious king crab legs, private selection gourmet potatoes, or cave-aged Murray's cheese, and fresh-baked La Brea bread. Kroger, fresh for everyone. All right, legal. You're up. Double special this where prohibited. Certain restrictions may apply. Shop at participating stores for more details.
At Wrangler, we know that life is all about taking the reins, no matter what's in front of you or which way the road turns. Because life is one big glorious ride, and Wrangler jeans are made to handle every step of it. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Wrangler is made for those moments when your heart says go, and you follow it beyond what's expected. Because when the heart calls, you gotta be ready in jeans that are made to move and built to last. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
The bottom line is we just got to keep getting better.
Works his magic with that dribble. He throws it up from deep on the left baseline and got the bank shot and the foul.
NBA throw is raining three. Wow. 27-footer. Scott.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Welcome to live play-by-play coverage of Dogs basketball.
Straightaway three on the catch. Good, he buries it. Put it up, he does. And it's good from the elbow.
Georgia basketball is brought to you by Piedmont Healthcare, connecting you with great care every step of the way. With confidence, we move forward. With heart, we keep carrying on.
Finger roll good with the kiss. Count it.
Himself for a three. Set shot. Good.
Now, alongside Chuck Dowdle, let's go courtside and join the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Zach Joel back inside the Piedmont Healthcare Studios. We'll bring it back in here for a minute as we get set for the anthem at the Prudential Center. We're going to go head back into break here to cover the national anthem, and when we come back, we'll have Scott and Chuck courtside at the Prudential Center ready for starting lineups and the opening tip. That's all straight ahead here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Bulldogs fans, ready for an easy assist to help lower your Georgia power bill? Team up with Energy Star LED light bulbs, which use up to 90% less energy than traditional bulbs. Georgia Power's lighting program makes the switch to LEDs affordable by offering a huge score, instant rebates on select bulbs at participating retailers and online at the Georgia Power Marketplace. Find a participating retail team near you at georgiapower.com/lighting with the Find a Store tool, or look for our signs in the lighting aisle. LEDs give you the best shot at lowering your power bill. Join Team LED today.
Healing and protecting your heart isn't a one-person job. It takes a team. At Northside Hospital Heart Institute, we've brought together 75 leading physicians with the expertise to treat any cardiovascular condition, whether you need a checkup, to get your blood pressure under control, or face a serious heart surgery. We're here to give you the utmost confidence in your care. Now at over 50 locations across Georgia. Northside Hospital Heart Institute. Excellence at heart.
For up to the second news and special content on all things Georgia Bulldogs, visit GeorgiaDogs.com. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
There's just so much that's new with the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway restaurants that I can't possibly fit it all into just one radio spot. But I'm going to try. There are great new subs like the All-American Club, Turkey Cowley Fresh, and the new Steak and Cheese. There are amazing new toppings like hickory smoked bacon, smashed avocado, and new mozzarella. There's new bread like the Hearty Multigrain and Artisan Italia bread, and new sauces like the MVP Parmesan Vinaigrette. And that's really all I have time for. You gotta refresh to be fresh. Only at Subway. Freshly prepared in front of you.
Becoming America's best-selling brand means you never settle for anything less. Like the Ford F-150. With its premium-grade muscle and finely tuned intelligence, it's a beast with brains. The Ford Bronco Sport. With unquestioned toughness and capability, it's built to take on the mountains. And Ford's complete lineup of all-wheel drive SUVs gives you the power, style, and space you need for life on the go. Contact your local Ford store for exclusive offers on Ford's full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Sales plan based on calendar year sales.
Hey, let's give you the starting lineups for Georgia tonight as we get ready to take on the Virginia Cavaliers. The Dogs at 2-2. Coach Tom Crean's lineup looks like this. Jabri Abdur-Rahim making his return to his home state of New Jersey, a 6'8 sophomore transfer from Virginia, so it's a double homecoming for Abdur-Rahim. Jalen Ingram, 6'7 graduate transfer from Florida Atlantic University, from Madison, Georgia. Cario Oquindo, a 6'4 sophomore junior college transfer. He's from Titusville, Florida. Aaron Cook, 6'2 graduate transfer from Southern Illinois and most recently Gonzaga. He's from St. Louis, Missouri. And Braylon Bridges, 6'11 redshirt senior transfer from University of Illinois, Chicago. He's from McDonough, Georgia. That's your starting five for the Bulldogs. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on the Bulldogs Sports Network. Our keys to the game are driven by Ford F-150 on game day and every day. Ford F-150 rises to the challenge with innovations and features that tackle even the toughest jobs. Score one today at buyfordnow.com. Here's Chuck Dowdle with our Ford keys to the game.
Well, Scott, first off, this team is slowly but surely coming together, and that was to be expected with 10 new faces. But to win tonight, we're going to have to shoot well from the floor against a team that is going to really defend hard. I mean, they're going to be right up on us, and we're going to have to shoot over 40% from the floor to be able to stay in this thing tonight. Let's see if we can do that, first off. Then secondly, we got to quit leaving points at the free throw line. We're only 61% at the line this season, and when you've lost two games by a total of 15 points, that you can point there and go, that's a major culprit. And then finally, we got to keep cutting, and I think you heard Coach Crean tell you in the pregame, look, we're pretty good when we cut to the basket. We can't be standing around. And we did that against Georgia Tech. We started out cutting, and we were getting hoops and we were getting a lead, and then we stopped it. And when we stopped it, game got away from us. So we got to keep cutting to that basket.
Georgia and Virginia coming up here in Newark, New Jersey. Our tip-off brought to you by Northside Hospital. They have brought their legacy of quality health care to Gwinnett County, and today Northside is expanding resources and facilities in Lawrenceville, Brazelton, Duluth, and in other communities near you. Northside is proud to serve Gwinnett and to serve your families. To learn more, visit northside.com. Well, Chuck, the Dogs will take the floor in their throwback white uniform. That's a good-looking uniform.
Really good-looking.
The Dogs in the home whites. They're the designated home team in this first matchup.
Big G on the side of the shorts. I love that. You know what? We got a few guys a little bit under the weather tonight, but can I tell you something right now? Virginia doesn't care.
No, they don't.
If you think they're going to take it easier on us because we got a couple of guys that don't feel good, well, that ain't happening.
Virginia in all navy blue tonight, and they'll go with Caden Shedrick in the center circle to jump it at 6'11". And Georgia's got Braylon Bridges, 6'11", in there.
They got
Kihei Clark, Jaden Gardner, Armand Franklin, and Reese Beekman are the other starters for Tony Bennett's Virginia Cavaliers tonight.
And I know you'll agree with me. They got a great athletics director at Virginia. She's a great bulldog, Carla Williams. We love Carla. She did great work at Georgia as a player, as a coach, as a member of the administration. Just a great lady, and now the AD at Virginia.
Our officials tonight, Bill Covington, Chuck Jones, and Donnie Epley. Two of these guys came with us from the Tech game last Friday. Here's the toss and tip, and we are underway in New Jersey as Virginia will control the opening tap, and they'll have first possession here at the Prudential Center in Newark. Cavaliers will be methodical more than likely with each possession. This is Beekman on the far side. Now Clark, the guard, to Beekman. Long two from the right side, off the rim and no good. Rebound to Georgia. Aaron Cook, with the rebound, and up the floor he goes for Georgia. The Dogs work to our left from our vantage point on the second row behind the scorer's table. A little bit lower than we need to be. It's hard to see the whole floor from here. Here's Ingram dribbling through traffic. Bounce feed down to Braylon Bridges trying to post up against 6'11" Shedrick, and the ball bounces off his hands and out of bounds over the baseline.
By the way, you say 6'11" Shedrick. They list Braylon at 6'11" too, and there's about an inch and a half difference between those two.
Yeah, somebody
misprinted on our program.
Either that or Shedrick has bigger hair than Braylon does. Virginia works inside, and the Dogs get a couple of blocks there from Abdur-Rahim. Georgia basketball. We're scoreless here. A little more than a minute gone at the Prudential Center. Here's Jalen Ingram off the right wing. Now he'll give it to Cook. Aaron squares it up between the circles. Virginia in a man-to-man. Bridges out front, dribbles across the top of the key. Hands off to Cook, back to Bridges. And he traveled all over the place.
Wow. They didn't call
and
it?
he scored.
Hey.
He was baby step, baby step, baby step, and then the basket came, and there was no whistle, but Georgia gets the points.
Wow. That's good for us.
Yeah. Well, that'll catch up with us later. There'll be a makeup coming somewhere. Here's a three by Virginia from the left wing. Armand Franklin's jumper is no good, but an offensive rebound by the Cavaliers. Beekman down the left edge of the lane, up under the backboard. The lay-in won't go. Rebound tapped out. It's loose. Virginia gets to it first. Cook was chasing after the top of the key, but Gardner got to it first.
We can't be giving them 3 and 4 chances of possession.
No, because they're missing just about everything they put up right now. And there's a foul on the Dogs that will send Virginia to the free throw line. Foul is on Oquendo. That's his first and the team's first.
I'm still counting Braylon's steps down there on the other end.
There were about 5.
That was pretty impressive. Even Tom Crean was laughing.
What are you going to do? You take it, right? Free throws up and in by Armand Franklin. That's their first point for the Cavaliers. He's an 83% free throw shooter, 10 of 12 coming into tonight. Right-handed shooter from Indianapolis, Indiana. Free throw number 2 is also good, so we're tied at 2 now. Just a little more than a couple of minutes gone here in the opener of the Legends Classic. Providence and Northwestern is game number 2 tonight. Cook, backdoor feed to Oquendo. He goes up high and puts it up and in good.
That was the cut. And when we're cutting, we're effective like that.
And Oquendo is quite the slasher. Clark with a bounce feed to Shedrick in the lane. Kick it out for a 3 on the wing. That's no good. Too deep by Beekman, the 6'3" guard from Baton Rouge. Georgia with a basketball. Cook behind the back dribble. Backs it up on the left wing now. Cook, they double him for a second. Kills the dribble. Finds Abdur-Rahim on the right wing. Oquendo looked at the 3, now hands it off to Cook on the left wing instead. 8 to shoot, 7. Cook drives, tucks the ball, hooks it up, and in. Good. Got a rattle and a roll off the backboard and the rim.
Well, he was owed one of those. He's missed so many like that. Got that one to fall.
Aaron Cook with the bucket, his first of the night. It's 6-2 Dogs. 16:39 on the clock here in the opening half. Clark through traffic into the corner, throws it up the wing, almost threw it away, but nice save by Franklin. Now Beekman has it through the top of the square. Back to Franklin. Contact with Abdur-Rahim on the run. No whistle. And the running layup is good for Virginia. Armand Franklin with the field goal. He's got all 4 of their points so far. It's 6-4 Dogs. Oquendo has it. Offensive end for Georgia. Cook off the left wing now. Aaron Cook attacks, lost the handle. Ball is loose, picked up by Virginia. Franklin to the rim on the other end, lay in good. And we're tied at 6. So it's Armand Franklin 6 and Georgia 6. 15:53 on the clock, first half. Dogs ball down to our left. Here's Cook. He's picked up his dribble, bounce feed down towards the baseline to Bridges. And that's going to be a foul on Caden Shedrick. He tried to body up on Bridges on the drive. And they called foul on him. That's his first and the team's first, and we've got a timeout here in New Jersey.
Yeah, Braylon was going to take that baseline, but he blocked him.
6-6 is our score. 15:42 remaining, half number 1. Back for more of the Legends Classic right after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Core Power is the official protein drink of Georgia basketball. Fueled by 26 grams of high-quality protein to give your body what it needs when it needs it. Recover and build lean muscle with Core Power, the official protein drink of Georgia basketball.
Get ready for tip-off at the UGA Bookstore, featuring the best Bulldogs gifts and apparel. Shop all the great brands at the UGA Bookstore like Nike, Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vines, and Southern Tide. The UGA Bookstore is the exclusive home of the UGA 10 collection by Peter Millar. The UGA Bookstore in the heart of campus next to the Tate Student Center. Shop online 24/7 at UGABookstore.com. The UGA Bookstore, it's where dogs shop.
Want more exclusives and behind-the-scenes Bulldogs content, more game highlights, mic'd ups, and original programming? Search for the Georgia Bulldogs All Access channel on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Georgia Bulldogs All Access, your official inside connection to Georgia football and all Georgia Bulldog sports.
When you drive around Athens, can you point out some of the most iconic buildings on campus and say, I helped bring that to life? This is Kenny Mullins for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613. And we can, like the lights in Sanford Stadium, IBEW electrical workers light up the things that make Athens a great game day experience. If you want to build a career that makes a difference and leaves a legacy, become an IBEW electrician. Visit IBEW613.org. Go Dogs.
Hey, Georgia fans, when you need to see a game, you need to head to StubHub, whether you want to sit courtside or the second row back from the scorer's table or score a bird's eye view. StubHub's the best place to grab 100% verified tickets and is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the Georgia Bulldogs. StubHub, be there. 6-6, Georgia and Virginia at the first time out of the ball game. As Armand Franklin had all 6 of the Cavaliers' points. Oquendo, Cook, and Bridges each have a basket for the Dogs. Georgia to inbound with Bridges, throws it up high left of the basket. And Cook catches it, palms up over the shoulder. Now he goes to work. Dribbles with the left hand through the lane. Kick out to Abdur-Rahim, catch and shoot 3. Rattles off the rim, no good. Rebound to Jalen Gardner, the 6'6 transfer from East Carolina. Now that guy is a scoring and a rebounding machine in his career. We'll give you his numbers in a little bit. 6'6", Virginia with a basketball. Beekman inside the arc. Now he backs it up between the circles. Straight away. Sends it left to Clark. They go into the big guy. Post up inside with Cafaro, and his jumper is no good. And the rebound taken by Georgia. Dogs push it up with Cook. Stops on the left baseline. Throws it up the left wing to Oquendo, who feeds Ingram, who gives it back to Abdur-Rahim. Over to Cario for a 3. Good look at the 3 from the left wing. Missed it off the iron.
Thought he had it too. Boy, he had it lined up nicely.
Cavaliers with a rebound. They'll fire a 3 from the left side and find the bottom. Franklin. He's got 9 points now, and it's Franklin 9, Georgia 6. Cook, overhead pass to the wing to Oquendo. Feeds it quickly into the corner to Ingram. Back up the wing. And the Dogs send it on the far side of the floor with 15 on the clock.
We're just standing.
Yep, it's 1 on 4 right now. Cook is the only one moving. Now Ingram has the ball. The ball hit off the back of the Virginia player, and then he ends up stealing it. Beekman and a run-out basket. Beat our defense to the backboard and lays it up and in. And Georgia's going to get a timeout.
And you know what this is about.
Cavaliers now 11-6. And Georgia will use a 30-second timeout here with 14:07 to go in half number one, and the Cavaliers have scored 9 in a row.
Well, we just were standing dead still. We weren't cutting, we weren't moving, and I got to tell you right now, you know, we mentioned going into this game, this was going to be two different styles of basketball, and then Coach Green told you, look, the secret here is going to be to get them to play the way we want to play, not play the way they want to play. Well, we're playing the way they want to play, and that's what we've got to stop.
We've committed 3 turnovers so far, Chuck. They haven't made any, but our 3 turnovers have turned into 4 points for them, and they lead by 5, 11-6. Dogs will try to stop the bleeding, so to speak, here early on as we inbound and bring it up the length of the floor with Jalen Ingram and Aaron Cook, the 2 super seniors on this roster. Cook carries it across the timeline, goes to Ingram, handoff to Oquendo. He'll curl around on the right wing. They brought a double team quickly, but sagged off. Now Abdur Rahim slashes through the lane, puts it up from the right side. It bounces on the rim and then falls off. Can't get it to drop on that end right now. Rebound, Virginia. Cavaliers lead it 11-6. Beekman to Franklin. Franklin, runner in the lane, good. Franklin's got 11 of Virginia's 13. They lead it by 7 now, 13-6. Dogs in the corner with Braylon Bridges. He's going to shoot it from there. Line drive, good. Long 2 on the right baseline.
Yeah, we haven't seen him take many of those. And, you know, your initial reaction when you see him start is to go, no. But then that one was okay.
That was okay. Yeah, we'll take that. He's got 4 points now. Virginia with a basketball. They lead by 5, 13-8. Kihei Clark handles the ball. They go to Franklin, now to Gardner. Oh, he beats Ingram to the basket. Woo! Drop step on the baseline and then curled for a reverse lay-in under the bucket.
Yeah, once he cleared him, there was nobody there to help.
15-8. Cavs by 7. First points for Gardner. He's their leading scorer, averaging 13.5 a game this season. The transfer from East Carolina, where he scored over 1,500 points in his career. Ingram threw it away under the basket. Got into no man's land, was triple teamed. Cavaliers come up with another takeaway. Now they walk on the other end of the floor. So we gave it to them. They give it right back.
Well,
Georgia
we're
will
get
get
some changes here.
Yeah, we're going to get Christian Wright, Jackson Eder, and Tyron McMillan into the ball game. And Ingram and Cook will stay on the floor. And Tony Bennett will change his lineup a little bit for Virginia, the 13th year head coach in Charlottesville. We'll bring in Cody Statman, a 6'8 senior from Australia. They got a little size in there with Statman and Cafaro is a 7'1", 240-pound Argentinian. Straightaway 3. Ingram, he admired it, and it was well worth the admiration. He drops it for a Scana Energy three-pointer straight away to make it 15-11. Ingram with his first points of the night. That's just his second 3 of the year. Franklin misses a 3 from the right wing. Rebound saved by the Dogs. Here's Wright up the floor to Cook in the corner, up the wing. Ingram, that's 2 in a row. Jalen Ingram with back-to-back Scana Energy threes.
Well, my feeling is keep feeding him.
15-14. That's a good idea, especially at dinner time. 11:34 to go. First half, Virginia leads Georgia by 1, 15-14. Out of the right corner, Statman drives into the lane, jump pass to the left wing to Beekman. He attacks on the angle from the left side and lays it up good. Right into the teeth of our defense and got to the rim.
Our teeth of our defense was kind of gumming at that time.
They were.
There was just a wide open lane for him.
17-14. Dogs got a player injured, and that is Cook. Was on the floor, slow to get up, and now the officials will stop play for the injury, and we're going to take a media timeout because of it. Cook slowly getting back to the huddle. Now they'll check on him. 11:07 to go in the first half. Virginia by 3. It's the Cavaliers 17, Georgia 14. Back in a moment on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
You know what's fun about the holidays? Yep, it's shopping. Well, the Georgia Lottery and Fantasy 5 are about to up the fun with a chance to win a $5,000 shopping spree. Every week in November, 5 winners will win $5,000 to go shopping. Just enter your non-winning Fantasy 5 ticket at fantasy5giveaway.com. And who knows, you could win $5,000 to buy whatever you want. It all happens in November. So play Fantasy 5 from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
For the last 4 years, BMW has helped provide 9.3 million meals to Feeding America. With this year's program alone, we hope to continue to grow and further build connections with the local food banks in your community. So right now, during BMW's Drive to End Hunger Test Drive event from November 18th through the 22nd, your test drive will help provide 200 meals to Feeding America, and you'll receive $1,000 towards a new BMW. Visit your local BMW center for details.
There's just so much that's new with the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway restaurants that I can't possibly fit it all into just one radio spot. But I'm going to try. There are great new subs like the All-American Club, Turkey Cowley Fresh, and the new Steak and Cheese. There are amazing new toppings like hickory smoked bacon, smashed avocado, and new mozzarella. There's new bread like the Hearty Multigrain and Artisan Italia bread, and new sauces like the MVP Parmesan Vinaigrette. And that's really all I have time for.
Cavs lead Georgia by 3, 17-14. Time to go in the huddle with Chuck Dowdle, brought to you by Georgia's own credit union. Banking on purpose. Chuck, in the huddle, what do you know?
Well, Coach Crean is telling them to get after them on the boards right now because they're really getting more second and third opportunities off the glass than we are. Look, we're hanging in here with them, and we got to continue to do that, but we got to shoot, and we got to continue to cut.
Cook and Ingram stay on the floor. Cook's okay, apparently. Feed it to McMillan underneath. He got clobbered underneath by Cafaro, the big Argentinian, but no whistle. The shot was blocked away.
That had to be the make good for the...
They blocked the ball away, but they blocked his body away, too, underneath.
Yeah,
there was a lot of contact. Cavs with a basketball, leading by 3. And Cook pestering Franklin that time, almost came away with a steal. Franklin, catch and shoot 3 out on the left wing. Front of the rim, no good. Ingram saves the rebound, taps it to himself on the right baseline for the Dogs. Georgia possession. Ingram with a step through, now an overhead pass into the right corner. Christian Wright along the baseline to McMillan. Nice dish, underhand, and a slam for Tyron McMillan. His first
Wright
points of the
all
game.
The credit. He created the space by driving. They had to collapse on him, and he dished it back out to McMillan, cutting to the basket.
1 point game again. Cavs 17, Georgia 16 after the 2 by McMillan. Virginia with a basketball. They're in blue. Dogs in white tonight. Beekman on the wing. Milicic. Long 3. Right side is good. Igor Milicic, a 6'10 freshman from Croatia. That's his first points of the game. And it's 20-16 on that 3. Dogs attack with Ingram, and that's going to be a charge on the Bulldogs. They get Jalen. Chuck Jones, Bill Covington, Donnie Epley, our officials tonight. And Chuck Jones with the whistle there, but clearly the right call.
Yeah, we could see that one from here.
Well, we could see the traveling from here, too, but nobody called that. And that was in our favor.
That's a good point, Scott. If you didn't call that, why are you going to call this on us?
Virginia by 4. They've got possession. Clark over on the left side to Statman. Back to Clark. Looked at the 3, didn't take it. Feeds Statman. He'll take the drive and miss the one-handed dunk. It rims out. Dogs pick it up and run the other way. McMillan on the drive. His runner rolls off the iron, but there was a whistle and a foul. And the foul going to be on Armand Franklin for Virginia. A push. His first. And that will send the Dogs to the foul line here. That's the second foul on the Cavaliers, and this will be McMillan going to the line. He's 2 for 2 this season. 6'9", junior college transfer from New Orleans, Louisiana. Free throw is all net by Big Ty. It's a 20-17 Virginia lead now. And McMillan will get a second free throw. McMillan averaged 7 minutes per game last year. Didn't play a great deal. Second free throw good.
Well, good-looking free throw shooter, isn't he?
Those certainly were.
And we need those right now.
20-18, 2-point lead for the Cavaliers. 9:08 to go first half.
Free throw shooting has not been the strength of our team here in the early going.
Clark on the dribble, waiting for Shedrick to get out and set a screen for him to get right off. Milicic tried to step around Ingram with a Euro step and a Euro walk, but there's a foul on Jalen that he got the arm. That's 2 on Ingram now. And we'll see what Tom Crean does with the super senior if he leaves him on the floor. Noah Bauman is in the game now for Georgia. He's dealing with a little illness before the game. Milicic, free throw is too long, no good.
With that.
What's that?
I can identify with dealing with a
little illness. Yeah, you were a little under the weather earlier today, too.
I was. I got to tell you. Yeah,
you got some magic medicine, though.
I did. The docs set me up and took care of me.
Second free throw is around the rim and out. No good. The big Croatian missed a moth. Dogs rebound. We're down 2. Can take the lead with a 3 on this possession. Christian Wright across the timeline. Bounces it to Bauman on the right wing. Back to Wright straight away, over to Bauman. He's beyond the arc, sends it inside the three-point line to Bridges. 2 guys swipe at it. He steps inside. They block his first shot. Picked up on the bounce by Jackson Eder with 7 to shoot. Drive along the baseline. There's Christian Wright falling down to the floor and scoring at the same time, and he got fouled.
That was beautiful. He was so far. He was so deep on the baseline. He was actually beyond the backboard, but he flipped the ball over to his left hand, reached around the board and flipped it in the net and drew the foul. That was great play by a true freshman.
And the basket has tied the game at 20, and Wright's free throw will keep it at 20. He missed it. Hit off the rim and kicked off to the left, and the rebound taken by Caden Shedrick, the 6'11 forward from Holly Springs, North Carolina. So we're tied at 20. Virginia has the ball, 8:18 to go first half. Cavaliers, top of the key with Clark. Into the right corner. Jab step to the right. They sent it into the post instead. And the big guy tried to.
Jackson Eder.
Had it knocked away. Reached in there, knocked it away from Shedrick. Eder now going to be called for traveling. Took an extra step before he passed it to Bauman. And that'll get us into a timeout with 7:59 remaining in the first half. That's Georgia's 6th turnover of the half so far. Georgia 20, Virginia 20 at the timeout. We'll be back to New Jersey and more of the Legends Classic right after this. Bulldogs Sports Network.
It's time to cheer on the Bulldogs with the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth, and at 5% alcohol, it's got the perfect kick to turn things up on game day. It's time to stock up for the season. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted. Please drink responsibly. Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Catches it with a spin move. Drop step to the baseline. Two-handed jam. Steps back for 3. Count it from way downtown. Drives the lane. Kaboom! Count it. And gets the foul. Are you kidding me?
Keep the excitement of game day going in a Nissan. With game-changing tech that makes every drive as exciting as a game-winning buzzer beater. Get to Nissan, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
driven by your Atlanta area BMW centers, providing legendary performance, exceptional offers, and a premium ownership experience. At BMW, they only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine. So visit BMWATL.com today, proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. 20-20 is our score with 7:59 remaining in the first half. We're going to get Dalen Riginal in the ball game. Bauman, Eder, Wright, and Bridges, the rest of our 5 on the floor. And Virginia will have Clark and Jaden Gardner.
And that's a small lineup.
And Beekman and Shedrick and Franklin. Yeah, it is a little small, isn't it? With Bridges out there, Bridges listed at 6'11", but
listed is the key word.
Yeah. Franklin attacks down the lane against Eder, throws it up with the right hand, off the rim, no good. Rebound into the corner and chased down by the Cavaliers. They get another offensive board. Beekman down the lane, bounce pass on the baseline to Shedrick, and that's going to be a foul on the big Virginia 6'11" forward.
Yeah, that was one of those, you don't let a bad play turn into a really terrible play. Well, that's what he did. He made a bad play, and then he fouled Bauman for being so adept at cutting off the basketball.
So Shedrick goes out, and Francisco Cafaro comes in at 7-1. Dogs with the ball. We're tied at 20. 7:25. Clock moving here in the half. Riginal has it on the left wing. Now down in the left corner. Back up the wing. Gives it to Bauman. He shoots the three. Kind of forced it early and leaned into it and missed it off the front of the rim. He did not take time to set his feet.
And his foot's hurting him something.
Yeah, he's showing a little discomfort back on the defensive end now. Cavaliers have the basketball. Beekman in the right corner in front of our bench fires it up the right wing to Clark. It goes back to Beekman with 10 on the clock. Over to Clark. Open three. Right late getting to him. And we have to pay for it. Three-pointer by Kihei Clark, his first points of the game. And that breaks the 20-20 tie and gives Virginia a 23-20 lead. 6:38 remaining, first half. Bauman has it. Dribbles it once with the left hand. Feeds right on the left wing. Christian back to Bauman. He attacks on the left baseline under the basket. High pass out on the right wing to Riginal. Misses a deep three off the side of the rim. Rebound Virginia. Cavaliers slow trot into the front court, left to right. Beekman skips into the right corner. Clark, a one-handed pass to the free throw line. Gardner, head fake. Now he shoots it from 15, and there he buries it. That's his second basket of the game, and it's 25-20.
We're looking a little lost on defense right now. We're not where our assignments are, that's for sure.
Riginal's got it for Georgia on the offensive end. Off the left wing. Straight away, goes to right. Bounce feed inside down to Bridges. Bridges, jab step, shoots over the big 7'1" Argentinian and buries another long jumper.
That's 2 of those he's hit.
More of a mid-range, really, than a long. That's about a...
For him, that's long.
12, 13-footer.
That's long for him.
25-22, three-point lead for Virginia. 5:23 to go, first half. And we're going to have a foul, I believe, on Georgia.
Is that original? Let's see who Chuck Jones.
Yeah. They got original for the call. And they reset the shot clock to 20 seconds. Original talking to the officials about the whistle. And now officials are going to put on a headset and review the last play. Take a look at the video monitor. 5:22 remaining. And we've halted play for a moment so the officials can look at our video monitor right in front of us. The SEC taught us how to show our team pride. Having the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions lets you say "Go Dogs" every time you pay. Visit regions.com/Go Dogs to order yours today. This is your Regions recap. 25-22 right now. Cavaliers by 3. Georgia jumped out to an early 6-2 lead. And then the Cavaliers went on a 9-0 run, went up by 7, has been their big lead of the half. They've done that a couple of times. Georgia had a 6-0 run to erase the 7-point deficit, make it a 1-point game. Eventually, we were tied at 20, but the Cavaliers then scored 5 in a row. Georgia's last basket made it 25-22. And that's where we stand right now. The leading scorers for the Dogs are Braylon Bridges and Jalen Ingram, each with 6. And Armand Franklin is the leading scorer for Virginia. He had a quick 11. In fact, I believe he had their first 11 of the ball game, or 11 of their first 13 anyway. And he is the leading scorer for the Cavaliers. Both teams at 2-2 coming into this one. Virginia, with, as Chuck pointed out earlier, lost to Navy in their opener, then at number 15, Houston. Georgia's losses were at Cincinnati and then last Friday at home to Georgia Tech. Cavs to inbound with Clark, the 5'10 guard on the left baseline. Feeds it in far side of the floor to Franklin.
And there was no flagrant foul, by the way, on that review.
Jumper, long 2, top of the key, won't go, hits the front of the rim. The Dogs rebound it. Cook's got it. He's back in the ball game now. Cook, Original, Abdur Rahim, Bridges. And where's our 5th guy? Oh, there he is in the corner. Oquendo. I couldn't see him. Dogs with the ball. Abdur Rahim attacks, gets fouled as he slides down the right edge of the lane going towards the basket. And the foul going to be called on Jaden Gardner, the 6'6 transfer from East Carolina. That's his first. And the 5th on the Cavaliers. That puts Jabri at the free throw line, the former Virginia Cavalier, playing against his old mates. He was here last year as a freshman, played in only 8 games as a freshman for Virginia before jumping in the portal and transferring to Athens. And Abdur Rahim hits both free throws.
He was coming off of a foot injury his senior year in high school. Saw him play. He only played in 2 games his senior year. So, and he's still, trying to find his way back into his game.
25-24, Cavaliers by 1. Clark shoots a 3 with a screen in front, misses the 3 off the rim. Rebound, Braylon Bridges for Georgia. Cook has it now. Aaron settles on the left wing. Bounce feed, thread the needle to Bridges. Slides along the left baseline, gets on the block and scores with a left hand on a lay-in. Bridges now with 8. He's our leading scorer. The Dogs lead 26-25. 4:18 to go first half. Gardner just inside the foul line, misses the 14-foot jumper. Abdur Rahim rebounds for Georgia. Cook's got it. He's in control into the front court, into the corner. Bounce it off to Bridges. Tried to pass it into the corner to Oquendo down the baseline, and the bounce pass was intercepted by Virginia's Franklin. Cavaliers take it left to right the other way. Beekman with the ball down the lane, dumps it across to Gardner and scores from the right block. Gardner now with 6, and it's 27-26. And on the offensive end for the Dogs, blow the whistle, get a foul on Virginia, a hold on Jaden Gardner. That's his 2nd. And that'll get us into a timeout, I believe. Yes, it will. 3:42 to go first half. Georgia only behind by 1. Virginia 27, Bulldogs 26. Back in a moment, Bulldogs Sports Network.
Cleanwell Cleaning Services is teamed up with UGA Athletics as an official partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Cleanwell Services is the best solution for the Bulldogs and for your business. Office buildings, restaurants, and event cleaning is what Cleanwell does best. Let our pros focus on your cleaning needs, ensuring your business is clean, safe, and comfortable. Cleanwell is proudly owned and operated by UGA alumni. Learn more at cleanwellsafe.com. That's cleanwellsafe.com. Remember, it's not clean unless it's Cleanwell clean.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Every team at this level has great athletes, but the ones that come together and have each other's back win rings. This is Kenny Mullins for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613 here in Georgia. We're a group of over 5,000 highly trained electrical workers who have each other's back every day. We train together, work together, and look out for each other. If you're an electrical worker, come work where people have your back. Join us at IBEW613.org. Go Dogs.
Now more than ever, it's important to support our local businesses, whether it's your favorite pizza place or your neighborhood barber. That's why I'm a proud member of Georgia's Own Credit Union. Georgia's Own has been serving our local community for more than 85 years. Whether they are saving you money on a checking account or credit card, or supporting the people, places, and teams that we've grown to love, Georgia's Own can't be beat. To learn more, visit their website at georgiasown.org. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and I'm one of Georgia's Own.
Cavaliers lead Georgia by 1, 27-26, 3:42 remaining, along with Chuck Dowdle and our producer-engineer Adam Gillespie. Scott Howard back here at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. The Legends Classic, Georgia and Virginia Game 1, Providence and Northwestern later tonight. And then tomorrow, the winners and the losers of those four teams will meet.
What are our game times? 5:30 and 7? Or
5 and 7:30.
5 and 7.
Yeah, 5 for the consolation game and then 7:30 for the championship game tomorrow. It's going to be Bulldogs basketball here. Jackson Eder will inbound it for Georgia down to our left. Front court, throws it into Cook in the left corner, fakes the three. Reese Beekman, 6'3" sophomore, guarding Cook. The Cavaliers are in a man-to-man defense. Oquendo flashes out front, takes the feed, dribbles to the elbow, gives it back to Cook.
They get right out
left.
on you.
They do. They defend. Eder sweeping bounce pass into Bridges. Pivots left, throws it up over the rim. Rebound Cook. They undercut him. And the shot clock expires. Thought maybe he might get a foul call when they kind of took his legs out from under him while he was getting the rebound. But the shot clock expires, and Cavaliers will have the basketball. Clark will walk it down the middle of the floor for Virginia. Clark at 5'10", a senior guard from Woodland Hills, California. He's got the ball, looks at the three. Eder's on him. Jab step. Now dribbles it right, goes by Eder, layup good. Clark with 5, and the Cavs lead by 3, 29-26. Dogs ball, we attack with Aaron Cook. All the way to the rim, layup good, sweeping with the left arm up off the glass.
Well, that was a veteran play right there. He saw that opening and it flashed.
29-28, 1-point game again. Cavs out front with 2:32 to go in the half. Send it into the big guy, Cafaro. Trying to post up against Braylon Bridges. He sends it back out. The three around the rim and out. Won't go for Beekman. Rebound Dogs. Cook's got it behind Bridges into the front court. Bridges, high post. Cook now down on the right baseline. Bounces it to Bridges. Got deflected back to Aaron. Cook will dribble with the left hand. Directing some traffic. Oquendo flashes out to take a feed and gives it to Eder. Back into the hands of Cook. Deep right wing three off the rim. No good. Check a whistle under the basket. That's going to be a foul on Virginia underneath in the rebound.
Well, you know what? Georgia's starting to do such a nice job on the glass. They're fouling now to keep us off the boards.
I believe they got Statman for the foul.
Didn't they say 22? I thought they said 22.
Cafaro then. Okay, it was either 22 or 23. Our 23's at the free throw line, Braylon Bridges. Left-handed shooter from McDonough, Georgia. Only 53%, but that one's good. Bridges now at 9 points in the half, Chuck. 29 all. We're tied. Braylon will get one more. Now 10 of 18 on the year from the line. Deep breath. 2 dribbles. He shoots. Rips it good. Double figures for Bridges. He's got 10. The Dogs lead by 1, 30-29. 1:52 to go. Good half so far for both of these teams. Georgia leading Virginia by 1. Clark in the right corner for Virginia. Fires across court.
Dogs in a zone now.
Here's Beekman. Tries to penetrate, kick it into the right corner to Clark. Moves to his left. Shoots the three. Leaves it short.
Goodness.
We couldn't handle the rebound. We were all by ourselves for the rebound, and we lost it off of the end line.
There was no rebound. It missed everything and was right in Braylon's hands and just.
And then it was not in his hands.
And then it was not in his hands anymore, and it was out of bounds.
It was out of bounds, yep.
And the referee saw it.
Virginia got to keep it, but the shot clock's down to 5. Off balance 3 by Franklin. Won't go off the rim. Rebound to the Dogs. Minute 25 to go.
Doing a much better job on the boards.
Georgia by 1. Eder with a basketball inside the three-point line, far side of the floor. Back to Cook. He's on the logo, middle of the floor between the circles. Threads the needle, bounce feed to Bridges. They leave him alone. He floats it up, and it all over the rim and falls through good for Bridges. He's got a dozen. I think he was surprised that the defense just left him. There was one smaller player right in front of him, but all he had to do is put it up and in. Right in front of the basket in the lane. Georgia with its largest lead since early on. It's 32-29. Cavs with the ball, less than a minute to go. Beekman fires a 3 in the latter stages of the first half, misses off the rim. Cavs not shooting it well. Dogs rebounding better.
You know, rebounding better. The Cavs aren't even going to the glass.
Oquendo, catch and shoot 3. Ooh. Rattles out, no good. Rebound, Virginia. Shot clock and game clock about a second and a half apart here. Cavaliers walk it into the front court. Clark looks over his right shoulder back at the Virginia bench to get the signal. 15 seconds to go. Georgia 32, Virginia 29. Clark to his left. Reverse the ball to Franklin to the right. Back to Clark. We double team him. He hesitates, throws it up off the backboard, on and no good, and a foul on the play. They said Aaron Cook got him with a forearm in the shot. So Clark will go to the line for 2 free throws with 2.2 seconds remaining in the half. The foul on Cook is his first for Georgia. And Kihei Clark, 5'10 senior guard at the line, 9 of 10 this season. He was 3 for 4 in their win over Coppin State on Friday. That free throw is all net. Good. 32-30. Clark will try to make it a 1-point game. Second free throw by the right-hander. Good. Dogs with 2.2 to go. Eder to throw it in to Bridges. Back to Eder. One dribble. Shoots at the end of the half. And
he was fouled.
Short. He got fouled.
They called a foul.
Oh, my goodness.
They called a foul.
A push.
Wow.
On Francisco Cafaro, the 7'1 Argentinian center, called for a push
on a what?
Beyond the half-court line. So Eder's going to get 3 free throws on the other end, but the officials are going to come look at the video monitor first.
Well, this is going to be interesting. I'll be honest with you. I can't tell you the last time or if I've ever seen a foul called on a shot taken from beyond half court.
So 2 of the officials are right in front of us looking at the video monitor.
He clearly got hit, though. You could tell the way when he let the ball go and then where the ball went. I mean, it had a lot of, juice on it leaving his hand, and then it just died. Clearly he got like a quarterback getting hit with his arm.
I'm trying to look at a replay. We don't have a monitor with us, but we can see them in front of us on the scorer's table to see what they're looking at. Eder was well behind the half-court line, and when he jumped to shoot it, the 7'1" Cafaro may have reached up and
now, are fouls reviewable?
Slapped him on the hand, I believe.
Are fouls reviewable?
I'm not sure what they're looking at. If they're looking at a 2-shot foul or a 3-shot foul, or if it's if it's one, I mean, if it's 1 and 1, is that what they're looking for? He was clearly in the act after the contact was made, so it was a shooting foul. We haven't broken for halftime yet, even though the clock is at 0, and the officials have taken off the headphones.
Tom Crean's going back to the bench, so we're going to shoot free throws here.
Now, how many is he going to? Is he going to shoot 3?
Well, he's got to be 3. He was beyond. It had been 3 on either side. He was beyond both arcs.
That's true. I'm not sure what they were looking at for the video monitor. We don't get an explanation. So I'm sorry we can't explain it to you further. Were they looking at time on the clock, maybe?
Now that's a possibility.
1/10 of a second, so I guess that was it.
That was what they were looking at.
They were just looking to see how much time. So Jackson Etter's all at the line by himself. Free throw number 1 is good with 1/10 of a second left. So he gets
switched that, too. That's hard to do.
3 free throws there for Jackson.
Nobody in the lane. You're in a
second free throw, front rim, no good. He'll get one more. Georgia's going to lead going into the half. Will it be 2 or 3? Now Chuck Jones is telling Virginia they've got to have guys on the foul lane, and Georgia comes in there as well. So the last free throw for Jackson Etter with 1/10 of a second left on the clock. Third and final free throw in there, good. And now Virginia has to inbound the ball to get the 10th off the clock, and they do, and it's gone, and that's the half. And Georgia goes into the locker room leading Virginia at intermission 34-31.
Well, and Scott, I got to tell you something. That was all about Georgia starting to make them play the way Georgia wanted to play, because early on, Virginia was winning that battle of the wills.
Dogs finish nicely. A couple of free throws for Jackson Etter to pad the lead. It's not a big lead, but it's got a little bit of cushion. 3 points, 1 possession, if you will. 34-31, Georgia leads Virginia here in the Legends Classic in Newark, New Jersey. We're at the Prudential Center, and Zach Jewell standing by in our Piedmont Healthcare Network studio, and he's going to take us into the Georgia Power halftime show. The first half is in the books. Georgia 34, Virginia 31. Now this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Becoming America's best-selling brand means you never settle for anything less. Like the Ford F-150, with its premium-grade muscle and finely tuned intelligence, it's a beast with brains. The Ford Bronco Sport, with unquestioned toughness and capability, it's built to take on the mountains. And Ford's complete lineup of all-wheel drive SUVs gives you the power, style, and space you need for life on the go. Contact your local Ford store for exclusive offers on Ford's full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Sales plan based on calendar year sales.
The SEC taught us that there's nothing like game day in Athens. And if you're all about the black and red, there's nothing like having the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions in your wallet. As the official bank of the SEC, Regions is here to help you pull for your team with everything you've got. To order your card, visit regions.com/GoDogs. Regions, member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees may apply.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
You know what's fun about the holidays? Yep, it's shopping. Well, the Georgia Lottery and Fantasy 5 are about to up the fun with a chance to win a $5,000 shopping spree. Every week in November, 5 winners will win $5,000 to go shopping. Just enter your non-winning Fantasy 5 ticket at fantasy5giveaway.com. And who knows, you could win $5,000 to buy whatever you want. It all happens in November. So play Fantasy 5 from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, welcome to the Georgia Power Halftime Report. The Georgia Power Halftime Report is brought to you by Georgia Power, proud to power the Georgia Bulldogs. Live from the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios, here's your host, Zach Jewell.
Halftime from the Prudential Center as the Dogs lead Virginia 34-31 at the intermission. Today's halftime report is presented by Georgia Power. Whether you're on the way to the stadium or heading home from a win, charge up with Georgia Power. Plug in at one of our convenient EV charging stations today. Zach Jewell here with you to take you around the nation and get you caught up on college hoops scores on this busy Thanksgiving week. We'll start in the SEC where we have one early final to report. Texas A&M fell to Wisconsin as part of the Maui Jim Invitational. That's being played in Las Vegas this year. One other game in progress right now. Number 10 Kentucky leads at home over Albany 37-28. That one also at the half. Coming up at 8 p.m., LSU hosts Belmont. Number 23 Florida takes on Cal as part of the Fort Myers tip-off. That game at 8:30. Also at 8:30, Mizzou takes on Florida State in the Jacksonville Classic. And at 9 p.m., number 13 Arkansas plays Kansas State. That game in Kansas City is part of the Hall of Fame Classic presented by Hotels.com. Our score at the half, Georgia in front, 34-31. We're back in 2 minutes for a trip on the top 25. Stay tuned. More coverage of the Dogs in 2 minutes here on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Georgia fans, college basketball is back, so grab your friends in a cold, refreshing Dos Equis lager and make the most of the big game. Whether you're at the bar with fellow dogs or watching with your friend who went to that other school, Dos Equis is there for it all. So buy a cold, crisp Dos Equis and go Dogs. Dos Equis, proud partner of Georgia Athletics. Get a dose. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2021. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas. White Plains, New York.
There's nothing like cheering on the Dogs with 92,746 friends. And if we keep staying safe, we'll get back there soon. I'm Michael Burnett, CEO of Piedmont Athens Regional. We're proud to serve our community through the pandemic, and we're grateful for your help. The past year has been tough, but there's hope around the corner. Classic Georgia game days can be in our future. Protect each other and get vaccinated as soon as you're able to. Help Piedmont keep carrying on, and go Dogs.
For up-to-the-second news and special content on all things Georgia Bulldogs, visit GeorgiaDogs.com. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
There's just so much that's new with the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway restaurants that I can't possibly fit it all into just one radio spot. But I'm going to try. There are great new subs like the All-American Club, Turkey Cali Fresh, and the new Steak and Cheese. There are amazing new toppings like hickory smoked bacon, smashed avocado, and new mozzarella. There's new bread like the hearty multigrain and artisan Italia bread, and new sauces like the MVP Parmesan vinaigrette. And that's really all I have time for. You gotta refresh to be fresh. Only at Subway. Freshly prepared in front of you.
Kroger knows this year the holidays are doubly important, so make your celebrations doubly special with fresh, never frozen, prime grade beef and Simple Truth organic Brussels sprouts. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Double specialness, void where prohibited. Certain restrictions. Wait, stop illegal. We've got even more special holiday food. It's like delicious king crab legs, private selection gourmet potatoes, or cave-aged Murray's cheese, and fresh baked La Brea bread. Kroger, fresh for everyone. All right, legal. You're up. Double specialness, void where prohibited. Certain restrictions may apply. Shop at participating stores for more details.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield and JMI Sports under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Georgia. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the University of Georgia, Learfield, and JMI Sports. Announcers are provided by Learfield and JMI Sports and approved by the University of Georgia.
Zach Jewell back with you in the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios as the Georgia Power Halftime Report continues with the Dogs in front, 34-31. Time now for a look around the top 25. One final to report so far. Number 12, Houston, no problems with Butler. That game, part of the Maui Invitational as well. 70-52, Houston wins that one. Games in progress right now. Number 21, Seton Hall, the usual occupants of our home tonight at the Prudential Center. They trail Ohio State and 68-63, 5:32 to go in the second half there. That game part of the Fort Myers tip-off. The game also running a little bit behind as they had a light outage at the arena just before halftime. With 14-19 to go in the second half, number 14, Illinois trails at Cincinnati, 46-35. That game part of the Hall of Fame Classic. And we got some other games coming up just here at the top of the hour. Number 2, UCLA takes on Bellarmine. That game for the Good Sam Empire Classic at 8:30. We brought this one to you already. Number 23, Florida and Cal will face off. That game probably be delayed just a bit because of that delay. The other Fort Myers game. So 9 p.m. brings us number 5, Duke, and the Citadel. Number 1, Gonzaga, and Central Michigan will take on each other. We'll take each other on at T-Mobile Arena in Vegas for the Good Sam Empire Classic. We rounded out 11 with number 24, USC, taking on Dixie State. That'll do it for scores around the nation. Our score at the break, 34-31 in favor of the Dogs. We're back to the Prudential Center with Scott and Chuck for second half action next on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Healing and protecting your heart isn't a one-person job. It takes a team. At Northside Hospital Heart Institute, we've brought together 75 leading physicians with the expertise to treat any cardiovascular condition. Whether you need a checkup, to get your blood pressure under control, or face a serious heart surgery, we're here to give you the utmost confidence in your care. Now at over 50 locations across Georgia. Northside Hospital Heart Institute. Excellence at heart.
It's time to cheer on the Bulldogs with the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth, and at 5% alcohol, it's got the perfect kick to turn things up on game day. It's time to stock up for the season. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted. Please drink responsibly. Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
For the last 4 years, BMW has helped provide 9.3 million meals to Feeding America. With this year's program alone, we hope to continue to grow and further build connections with the local food banks in your community. So right now, during BMW's Drive to End Hunger Test Drive event from November 18th through the 22nd, your test drive will help provide 200 meals to Feeding America, and you'll receive $1,000 towards a new BMW. Visit your local BMW center for details.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
Scott Howard back with you at the Prudential Center here in beautiful Newark, New Jersey. The Legends Classic, Georgia leading Virginia at halftime, 34-31. We'll run down the first half stats right after we pause for station identification on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Taking a look at the first half numbers, Georgia shot 52% in the first half, 12 of 23. The Dogs were 2 of 8 on three-point attempts, 8 of 10 at the free throw line. Virginia shot 40% in the first half. They were 12 of 30, so they had 7 more shots than did Georgia. They were 3 of 11 on threes, 27%, and hit 4 of their 6 free throws. Georgia had 7 first-half turnovers to 3 for the Cavaliers. Rebounds, +5 for the Dogs. Georgia out-rebounding Virginia 18-13. Individually, Braylon Bridges leads Georgia with 12 points. He was 5 of 7 in the first half from the field. Aaron Cooks had a nice half. He's got 4 points, 5 rebounds, our leading rebounder, by the way, and 6 assists after 20 minutes of play. The leading scorer for Virginia is Armand Franklin, the transfer from Indiana. He scored his first 11 in about the first 4 minutes of the ballgame, and then we didn't hear from him anymore after that. It's 34-31, Georgia leading Virginia at halftime, and Northside Hospital brings you our first half stats, and Northside Hospital has brought its legacy of quality health care to Gwinnett County. Today, Northside is expanding resources and facilities in Lawrenceville, Brazelton, Duluth, and in other communities near you. Northside, proud to serve Gwinnett and to serve your families. To learn more, visit northside.com. Second half is coming up right after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Becoming America's best-selling brand means you never settle for anything less. Like the Ford F-150, with its premium-grade muscle and finely tuned intelligence, it's a beast with brains. The Ford Bronco Sport, with unquestioned toughness and capability, it's built to take on the mountains. And Ford's complete lineup of all-wheel drive SUVs gives you the power, style, and space you need for life on the go. Contact your local Ford store for exclusive offers on Ford's full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Sales only based on calendar year sales.
It's time time to cheer on the Bulldogs with the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth, and at 5% alcohol, it's got the perfect kick to turn things up on game day. It's time to stock up for the season. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted. Please drink responsibly. Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
There's just so much that's new with the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway restaurants that I can't possibly fit it all into just one radio spot. But I'm going to try. There are great new subs like the All-American Club, Turkey Cali Fresh, and the new Steak and Cheese. There are amazing new toppings like hickory smoked bacon, smashed avocado, and new mozzarella. There's new bread like the Hearty Multigrain and Artisan Italia bread, and new sauces like the MVP Parmesan Vinaigrette. And that's really all I have time for. You gotta refresh to be fresh. Only at Subway. Freshly prepared in front of you.
The SEC taught us that there's nothing like game day in Athens. And if you're all about the black and red, there's nothing like having the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions in your wallet. As the official bank of the SEC, Regions is here to help you pull for your team with everything you've got. To order your card, visit regions.com/GoDogs. Regions, member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees may apply.
Getting ready for half number 2, Georgia and Virginia. First meeting between these two teams since 1987. And the Dogs have the lead at halftime, 34-31. Chuck, what did you like about that first half from our guys?
Well, I like the way we went after them on the boards. And I also like the fact that, we talked about we had to shoot over 40% to stay in it. We shot 52% in the first half, and that we needed to shoot better at the free throw line and not leave points at the line. And we shot 80% at the line. So, we're doing the things that I felt like we needed to do to be competitive with Virginia. Now we just got to, keep doing them and, maybe get them discouraged a little bit. This is not the 2019 Virginia Cavaliers. Make no mistake about that.
You mean the national champion?
That would be the ones, but this is still a very good ACC team.
Yes. And Georgia has the arrow to start the second half, so the Bulldogs get the basketball first. Leading by 3. We work on the right end of the floor now from our vantage point. Abdur-Rahim's first shot of the second half, a 3 from deep on the left wing, is off the rim, no good. And the rebound taken by Virginia as Clark walks it down the middle of the floor for the Cavaliers. Now Beekman has it off the right wing over to Clark. Oh, he's wide open for the 3. Good.
Well, we got lost behind a screen.
Yes, we did.
Just never got to him.
Tie ball game at 34. Clark with 10. Yeah, Aaron Cook was having to fight through screens, and now there's a hard foul by Virginia, and Caden Shedrick, the 6'11 redshirt sophomore, fouling Aaron Cook on the drive to the right. That's his third. First of the half, and now they'll exchange big men. Francisco Cafaro from Argentina, 7'1", 242, comes in for Shedrick.
Who committed the really not smart foul at the end of the first half, allowing Jackson Eder to hit 2 out of 3.
Dogs with the ball in a tie ball game, 34 apiece. Abdur-Rahim, far side of the floor, feeds it back to Cook. Virginia's in a man-to-man. Cook takes Clark inside, dishes off at the last second to Braylon Bridges. His shot is blocked. Ball is loose, picked up by the Cavs. Virginia off and running right to left. Feed it into Gardner, drop it down on the bounce underneath to the big man, and we foul him. He was deep under the basket, down to our left. And the foul committed by Braylon Bridges for Georgia. That's his first. And that'll put Cafaro on the free throw line. 50% foul shooter so far this season. The 7'1" redshirt junior. 6 of 12. This is his first trip to the line tonight. In fact, he's looking for his first points of the game. And he'll have to look a little longer. That first one hits off the front of the rim.
As
no
you
good.
Probably heard at home.
Yeah.
Or in your car.
May have felt it at home.
Yeah.
Second free throw, that one's good, all net. Got his first point, and Virginia back in front, 35-34. 18:45 remaining. Dogs ball. Oquendo behind a screen from Ingram. Drives inside. Offensive foul. Charge is called on Cario Oquendo. His second foul. Team second.
Well, we're making every mistake in the book here to start this second half. We needed to come out hard. Instead, we've come out and just made a quick 3 mistakes.
We turn it over there with the offensive foul. Virginia scored the first 4 points of the half, and they lead by 1. Beekman to Clark. They work above the arc. Skip it to Franklin on the cut. It's passed to Gardner on the left. He bobbled it. Gives it back to Franklin. That messed up the timing of the play for Virginia. Now Franklin will shoot with 6 inside the arc. Long 2 is good by Armand Franklin. Hadn't heard from him in a while now. He's got 13 in the game, and the lead is 3 for Virginia, 37-34. Dogs on the offensive end. Cook with a basketball. Dribbles through the legs. Attacks, fakes the attack, drives, drops off the ball. Abdul Rahim actually may have lost it. Abdul Rahim saved it on the bounce on the right wing. Now, the Virginia transfer works inside, shoots from 8 feet, no good. The rebound touched out last by Virginia in the right corner. Dogs will get a new 20 and get to keep the basketball.
And right now, Scott, we're getting the ball in Aaron Cook's hands, and he's dribbling. Everybody else is just standing there watching him. I mean, he's good, but, you know, you can't be just standing and watching unless you're going to buy a ticket or get a press pass like I got.
Bridges to throw it in. Feeds it in on a lob, and Cook chases it down. Hand off to Ingram. Jalen to Oquendo, left wing. They flash out the big guy on Cario. Over to Cook. Here comes a deep high 3 off the rim, no good. Cafaro, the 7'1" Argentinian, rebounds for Virginia. We still haven't scored here in the second half, and the Cavaliers have scored 6, and they lead by 3. Franklin up the left wing to Clark inside the arc. Back to Franklin straight away. Cutting is Beekman from the right side. Back to Franklin. He's working on the left baseline now. Abdul Rahim cuts it off. Feeds it inside to Beekman. He's fouled by Oquendo, I think. With 4 seconds remaining on the shot clock, they got Cario for another one. That's his 3rd. 2 shots coming for Reese Beekman, 6'3" sophomore guard from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Had 4 points in the first half, his first trip to the line. That free throw is off the iron, no good.
Cario's going to come out with the 3 fouls to get Jackson Etter back on the floor. Maybe we'll pick up charge on them.
Second free throw by Beekman is good. They make 1 of 2. They're 6 of 10 at the line tonight. They extend the lead now to 4, 38-34. Georgia looking for his first points of the second half. We led by 3 at intermission, but the Cavaliers have scored the first 7 points of the half. Abdur Rahim dribbles on the right wing, now across the foul line, hands off to Etter. Etter, sweeping bounce pass in traffic, knocked away, but picked up and saved by Bridges with 1 second to shoot. He turns and shoots, and a shot clock violation. He had 2 defenders on him, and the ball never got to the rim as the shot clock expired. And this partisan Virginia crowd here in Newark, New Jersey likes what they're seeing out of the Cavaliers right now. 16:30 remaining. Georgia still hasn't scored in the second half. We played almost 4 minutes. Clark open 3, missed it left side, and Virginia foul on the rebound. They get Gardner, who's not having his best game tonight. 3rd foul.
He's coming out. That's one of those can't hurt, might help for us.
Yep.
But again, we leave a guy wide open for a 3. You know, I don't know what's happened to the defense at halftime, but we're certainly not in their faces.
Well, they're certainly screening against Cook because Cook was fighting to get through to find his man Clark. And again, he got lost in the shuffle. Dogs with the ball, down 4. Cook doubled to Ingram. Ingram on the block, shoots, misses too hard. Fights for the offensive rebound, gets it back, goes up, they get a hand on the ball, and they call a jump ball, a tie-up. They say they got palms on the ball, and Virginia's going to have the arrow. 16:02 to go. We still haven't scored in the second half. 38-34, Cavs by 4, and they've got the ball. Clark trots it into the front court, right to left. Met there by Cook. Clark now on the left wing. Trying to run away from Cook through the lane. Wraparound pass to the big man. Intercepted by Cook for the Dogs. Aaron down the floor. Attacks through the lane against the big guy. Spins off the iron, but there is Abdur Rahim for the follow. He taps it back in for the Dogs.
And finally, 15 and a half to play, and we get our first points of the second half.
And wouldn't you know it, the score guy put on Virginia's side. It's 38-36. For a second there, it was 40-34. We got a timeout. It's a 2-point Virginia lead with 15:31 remaining here in the Prudential Center in New Jersey. Cavs lead by 2 in the Legends Classic. Back after this now on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Becoming America's best-selling brand means you never settle for anything less. Like the Ford F-150, with its premium-grade muscle and finely tuned intelligence, it's a beast with brains. The Ford Bronco Sport, with unquestioned toughness and capability, it's built to take on the mountains. And Ford's complete lineup of all-wheel drive SUVs gives you the power, style, and space you need for life on the go. Contact your local Ford store for exclusive offers on Ford's full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Sales plan based on calendar year sales.
Bulldogs fans, ready for a game changer to lower your monthly bill? Team up with Energy Star LED light bulbs, which use up to 90% less energy than traditional bulbs. Georgia Power's lighting program makes the switch to LEDs affordable by offering a huge score. Instant rebates on select bulbs at participating retailers and online at the Georgia Power Marketplace. Find a participating retailer near you at georgiapower.com/lighting and use the Find a Store tool, or look for our signs in the lighting aisle. LEDs could be your home team's winning touchdown. Make the switch today.
The smell of the grass, the sun on your face, the roar of Dog Nation at Sanford Stadium. That's what Georgia Game Day is about. And if we keep taking care and staying safe, we'll get back there. I'm Michael Burnett, CEO of Piedmont Athens Regional. We're grateful for our community support, and we're committed to helping end the pandemic. Let's get everyone back to classic game days in Athens. Protect each other and get vaccinated as soon as you're able to. Help Piedmont keep carrying on. And go Dogs.
Virginia leads Georgia by 2, 38-36 here in New Jersey. No one gets you closer to SEC sports than SiriusXM. You can tune in to all your favorite shows on SEC radio. Plus, you can follow your team from off-season through postseason, and your team is covered anywhere you go. You can try them out for free right now. Get a free trial to take your team with you on your phone, online, and at home. You can start listening at SiriusXM.com/SECSXM. Legends Classic here in Newark, New Jersey. We're at the Prudential Center, home of the New Jersey Devils and sometimes the Seton Hall Pirates. And tonight it's the home of the Legends Classic, Georgia and Virginia, and then Providence and Northwestern to follow tonight. Cavaliers have the basketball and a 2-point lead. Igor Milicic into the ball game now for Tony Bennett, 6'10" freshman from Croatia. Jumper from the right corner is Franklin. Is that a 2 or a 3?
That's a 2.
That makes it 40-36, 4-point lead. And check a whistle quickly as the Dogs hustle down on offense. They got a foul on Virginia. That's on Clark, the guard. That's his second. Third foul on the Cavaliers here in the half. Dogs will inbound. Bridges lobs it into Cook. Cook to Ingram. Jalen flips it to Eder on the far side of the floor. Jackson squares up, reverses to Eder on the left wing. He attacks the baseline, wrap around to Bridges, puts it up, and it rolls in good.
Oh, he's got a soft touch under there. Now, look, that's a shot you're going to make most of the time anyway, but he lays it up there so softly. You know, he gives himself even a better chance.
2-point Cavalier lead. Virginia with a basketball, 14:40 remaining. Franklin works against Eder for the Cavaliers. Now Clark, their guard, Jump stop into the paint, feeds it back to Franklin. Step back 2 on the left side, off the rim, no good. Rebound, the big guy, Cafaro. He fights against Bridges and muscles it up and in and gets fouled.
Well, that's just I'm bigger than you are. And that's exactly what that was. Bigger guy's going to win, getting that rebound underneath and then going back up with it.
And he is bigger. He's listed at 7'1", 242 against Bridges, who's listed at 6'11", probably not quite there, but 240. And the Argentinian will go to the line for an and one. Malachi Poindexter coming in for Virginia for the first time, 6'2" sophomore guard from Mineral, Virginia. Bridges checks out for the Dogs. We get McMillan back in the ball game. Tyron McMillan, 6'9" and 220 from New Orleans. Down on the left block now for the free throw from Cafaro. The big right-hander misses it off the back rim. Rebound with one hand, Jalen Ingram for the Dogs. 42-38, Virginia by 4, Dogs with the ball. Cook jump pass back out to Ingram. Catch and shoot 3, short. Rebound, Christian Wright over to Cook for a 3. High off the rim, climbed up towards the top of the backboard, comes down, bounces on the floor. The rebound picked up by Virginia.
We're having a rough time behind the arc tonight, Scott.
Yep, just 2 for 12. That is a rough night. Here's Poindexter now running the point for the Cavaliers. Franklin's got it. He's guarded by Cook now on the switch. Now there's Clark. So Clark's still in the ballgame. I thought Poindexter was going to run point, but Clark is back in. He will shoot over McMillan at the end of the clock. Miss it off the rim. Rebound, Ingram for the Dogs. Feeds Cook. Aaron carries it left to right. Feeds it into McMillan in the post. He's double-teamed and mugged in the act of shooting. Tried to step through the double team and get up to the rim, and they squeezed him and pushed him. And he's got 2 free throws coming. And the foul is on the big guy, Francisco Cafaro. That's his 3rd. They're not saying he was shooting?
What? Apparently not. He was going up with it.
Wow. All right, Tom Crean was questioning that. I was as well. I thought it was free throws coming. But Georgia will inbound instead. Jackson Etter. Almost threw it out of bounds off the hands of Ingram. He had to turn and chase it down. Keep it from going out of bounds on this near sideline. 42-38. Virginia leads Georgia by 4. Dogs have the ball. Cook, overhead pass into the corner. Ingram. Baseline spin. Franklin defends well. Up the wing to Cook. 4 on the clock. Cook got to shoot. He does, and it's short. Side iron. Rebound down to Shedrick.
Well, I'll tell you what, Virginia plays defense, don't they? They definitely
to the last
play
second
defense.
of every possession. Franklin wide open 3, left corner. No good. Back iron. Rebound high. Going up for it. 2 hands. McMillan for the Dogs. Georgia left to right. Pushes it in a hurry with Cook. He tucks and runs. Shedrick blocks his shot. The ball is loose. Christian Wright trying to find the handle, and he gets fouled.
Well, now they're going to give Christian 2 shots for sure.
Foul was on Igor Milicic. And Wright, we think, will go to the line. Yes, he will. Christian Wright, 6'3" freshman from Alpharetta, Georgia. Had 2 points in the first half. Second trip to the line tonight. He's 0 for 1 at the free throw line. The right-hander pushes it up and in. Christian now 5 of 7 at the line this season. 42-39, 3-point lead for Virginia. 12:42 remaining. Wright, second free throw. In the air and rolls in there good. Christian knocks them both down. 2-point game, 42-40. Cavaliers with the lead and the ball. They walk it right to left into the front court. Milicic has it on the far side of the floor. He's guarded by Ingram. Dogs earn a man. Ingram, good defense on the dribbler there. Now Shedrick has it, works against McMillan. Kills the dribble, right side of the lane. 6 on the shot clock. Beekman through the lane, kick out Milicic for 3. Short, side iron, Rebound right down to Abdur Rahim. Drops it off behind him to Wright. He'll carry it across into the front court. Falls down on the dribble. Ball loose. Picked up by Eder. Sweeping layup under the basket. Won't go off the rim. Rebound to Virginia. 42-40. Cavaliers lead the Dogs, and they have the basketball. Malicic, the Croatian, spins away from Ingram, who went for the steal. Beekman off the right wing, inside the arc now, kicks it into the corner. Here's a three. Oof. Statman barely drew the far side of the rim that time. Dogs with a rebound. Ingram pushes it up on the run with one hand to McMillan, but it's tapped out of bounds by Virginia, say the officials. Out of bounds under the basket. It'll be the Dogs' ball after the timeout. We've got 11:34 remaining. It's Virginia 42, the Dogs 40. Back after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Healing and protecting your heart isn't a one-person job. It takes a team. At Northside Hospital Heart Institute, we've brought together 75 leading physicians with the expertise to treat any cardiovascular condition. Whether you need a checkup, to get your blood pressure under control, or face a serious heart surgery, we're here to give you the utmost confidence in your care. Now at over 50 locations across Georgia. Northside Hospital Heart Institute. Excellence at heart.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
There's just so much that's new with the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway restaurants that I can't possibly fit it all into just one radio spot. But I'm going to try. There are great new subs like the All-American Club, Turkey Cali Fresh, and the new Steak and Cheese. There are amazing new toppings like hickory smoked bacon, smashed avocado, and new mozzarella. There's new bread like the hearty multigrain and artisan Italia bread, and new sauces like the MVP Parmesan vinaigrette. And that's really all I have time for. You gotta refresh to be fresh. Only at Subway. Freshly prepared in front of you.
When you drive around Athens, can you point out some of the most iconic buildings on campus and say, I helped bring that to life? This is Kenny Mullins for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613. And we can, like the lights in Sanford Stadium, IBEW electrical workers light up the things that make Athens a great game day experience. If you want to build a career that makes a difference and leaves a legacy, become an IBEW electrician. Visit IBEW613.org. Go Dogs.
Hey, Georgia fans, and I mean you, when you need to see a game, you need to head to StubHub. Whether you want to sit courtside or score a bird's eye view, StubHub's the best place to grab 100% verified tickets. StubHub's the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the Georgia Bulldogs. StubHub, be there. Virginia 42, Georgia 40 here at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. Legends Classic. We've got 11:34 remaining in this opening game of this event. Providence and Northwestern standing by for the nightcap, and then the two teams, the winners and the losers, will face each other tomorrow in this same location. Dogs possession, down two. Virginia's ramped up their defense here in the second half, it looks like, Chuck.
No question. I mean, look, we knew coming in that this was a defensive ball club and they love to play it. And we didn't see it quite as ferociously as we are here in the second half.
Christian Wright's got it after the inbounds. Wright, the freshman from Alpharetta, works, drives into the lane, feeds it back to McMillan. Oh, nasty! Ty McMillan with a powerful two-handed slam.
Well, and listen, Christian Wright was the cause. He created the space and then fed him the pass.
Oh, my goodness. 42 all. That's a heck of a way to tie the ball game. 11:07 to go. Clark through the lane for Virginia on the left end of the floor. Now Franklin above the arc on the left side. Works against Eder. Over to Beekman for a three. Couldn't reach it. They look like they're really straining to get that ball to the rim on those three-point shots.
A little short arm, you know.
Dogs have possession. Abdur Rahim fouled inside the arc. Yeah, there's the block. That's what we were waiting on, Chucky. Chuck Jones with the call. And that foul going to go on Shedrick, his fourth.
That's a team sixth on Virginia.
Not a shooting situation, so the Dogs will inbound. Jackson Eder. Tie ball game at 42. Georgia can take the lead with a basket on this possession. Right to McMillan. He's going to take a three. Too deep. No good. We had the rebound. Bodies collide. And that's going to be another foul on Virginia.
Sure will.
On their other big man. And that's on Cafaro, their other big guy, and he's got 4 fouls. And now, as Chuck said, that is 1 and 1. It'll be Jalen Ingram toeing the line for the Dogs, shooting the 1 and 1.
Well, he had clear position for that rebound and just got slammed into. Knocked
what?
The floor.
Oh, that's 7. They're setting up Georgia to inbound the basketball.
Now they got it straightened out.
And Jalen's ready to shoot the foul shots.
Look, there's a lot to keep track of if you're officiating one of these games. You got to be able to count to 7 for both teams. And I don't know if you've noticed, but you've only got 5 fingers on the hand.
Well, the scorer's got his one shoe off, so I'm not sure what that's all about. 42 apiece. Jalen Ingram at the line, 6'7", super senior from Florida Atlantic University. And Madison, Georgia, trying to break the tie with 10:40 to go. Jalen, 6 of 7 at the free throw line this season. His first trip to the line tonight. Free throws in the air. Nestles in there good. Just around the rim and around the top portion of the net. And it fell through quietly to make it 43-42 Dogs.
Nice to get back in the lead here.
Second free throw, clean, all net. Jalen hit them both. The Dogs by 2, 44-42. Still a lot of basketball to play here in a tight contest. Franklin with the ball for Virginia. Offensive end down to the left end of the floor here. Clark's got it now above the arc on the right side. Christian Wright for Georgia goes with him. Cavaliers skip it to Franklin down on the left baseline. To Milicic up the wing.
Look at the clock.
Back to Clark. 6 to shoot. Catch and shoot 3. Good. Carson McCorkle sneaked into the ball game and hit a 3 off the bench. McCorkle, who averages 1 a game, just hit a 3. Abdul Rahim misses the 3 from the right wing for Georgia, and the rebound taken by Virginia.
He had a good look. It just was off a fraction.
Cavs by 1. Franklin through the lane. We swipe at the ball. Don't get it. Clark has the 3. Rattles out. It was in and then kicked out. Too many caroms off the rim, and it rolled out the right edge. Dogs have the basketball, down 1. 9:38 to go. Ingram feeds it back to Wright, high on the left wing. The freshman will walk it to the middle of the floor. Got a screen from McMillan. Fires over McMillan to Ingram on the left wing. Jalen spins down the left side to the rack. Layup good against Milicic. Ingram now with 10 points in the contest for the Dogs. Georgia by 1, 46-45. Clark walks it up into the front court for Virginia. McCorkle spins away on the wing, feeds it to the big man down low, and he muscles it up and in. That's Gardner back in, who's been fairly quiet. Now he's got 8. He's their leading scorer this season and top rebounder. Puts the Cavs back in front by a point. McMillan's pass out of a double team is batted out of bounds by Milicic. It's going to be the Dogs' ball with 21 on the shot clock. 8:54 to go in the contest. McMillan comes out. Some good minutes might tie. Bridges and Cook back on the floor now, along with Wright and Ingram. And Abdul Rahim, I believe, will stay in the game. 47-46. Virginia by a point. Dogs to inbound with Braylon Bridges. They won't guard the throw-in. Feeds it up the wing to Ingram, and now we got an offensive foul on Bridges. They called Braylon. He inbounded, then tried to set up in the post, and the official blew the whistle on a foul on Braylon right in front of our bench. And Tom Crean was incredulous with the call, questioning the official, Bill Covington, for blowing the whistle. 47-46. Well, we give the possession away. Cavs have the lead and the ball. Virginia works right wing. They feed Gardner. Spin move on the right baseline. Throws it too hard. No good. Rebound.
Tell you what,
Braylon Bridges tapped it to himself for the Dogs.
Well, we're getting position under the glass. We did a good job first half. They kind of quit rebounding. And now here this. Well, now we throw it away, turn it over.
Yeah. Pass was high to Bridges off his hands and right into a waiting Virginia Cavalier. who was guarding behind. So the Cavs with a takeaway. Georgia plus 12 on the glass right now, but turnover still a problem. There's McCorkle with a three. We're late getting on him. He hit the rim this time. Dogs with a rebound, run it up the floor in a hurry. 47-46, 8 minutes to go. And let's check the whistle and a call. One of the Virginia players went diving out of bounds over the baseline. And they're going to give it to the Cavaliers and call a foul on Georgia. A push on Braylon Bridges. That's his fourth. All in this half. And that's going to get us into the TV timeout.
Tom Crean's going to go over and talk to the officials, find out what's going on here.
Timeout with Virginia leading 47-46 here in New Jersey. 8 minutes to play. Back after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Every basketball fan knows that playing at home is an advantage. But when you're ready for a home, the competition can be fierce. A verified approval letter from Rocket Mortgage can help. It tells sellers that your offer is good, helping your bid compete with cash buyers and giving you an edge in the home buying market. So when your finances need a home court advantage, Rocket can. Get started at rocketmortgage.com. Rocket Mortgage, proud supporter of college athletics.
A verified approval is based on an underwriter's analysis of your individual financial information appraisal and title report. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states and MSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
Catches it, the spin move, drop step to the baseline. Slam and jam. Steps back for three. Count it from way downtown. Drives the lane. Kaboom! Count it. And gets the foul. Are you kidding me?
Keep the excitement of game day going in a Nissan. With game-changing tech that makes every drive as exciting as a game-winning buzzer beater. Get to Nissan, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
College basketball is back on Sirius XM. On SEC Radio, there's live coverage for every college basketball team in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along online or on the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now, as a college student, you can stream your first 3 months of Sirius XM for $1. Fees and taxes apply. See other details and subscribe now at SiriusXM.com/SEC basketball.
Scana Energy is a proud partner of Georgia Athletics. For every three-pointer scored by the Bulldogs, Scana Energy will make a $25 donation to the University of Georgia General Scholarship Fund. Scana says, go Dogs. And tonight, not a big Scana Energy donation because the Dogs aren't hitting the threes. Only 2 of 15 tonight for 13%. Cavaliers just a smidge better, but not a whole lot. They're 5 of 19, 26%. And Georgia's shooting percentage, Chuck, which was, better than 50% at halftime, is now at 39% for the game.
We have not shot well here in the second half. And give credit to Virginia's defense a lot for that.
No, just 4 of 18.
By the same token, you know what? We're a team that, I got to tell you, you go to practice Georgia, we practice the three and practice the three and practice the three. And I know Tom Crean's as puzzled as anybody. He keeps telling us, look, we're going to shoot it better. Well, we need to start shooting it better. Now would be as good a time as any.
Virginia with the ball, 1-point lead, 47-46. McCorkle holds it. Far side of the floor. Now Clark curls around from the baseline up the wing. Now they go to Franklin. He takes it out of the right corner, dribbles top of the key. Christian Wright goes with him. 8 on the shot clock. Clark with an alley-oop lob to Shedrick, who missed an awkward-looking dunk. The ball is loose on the floor. Bodies go to the deck and tie it up, and Georgia has the possession arrow. The pass wasn't really that good for the alley-oop. Shedrick couldn't handle it and got more rim, and the ball went bouncing away.
I think a big man with good hands, which are rare to find, would have handled that okay.
Dogs have the ball. We're down 1. Can take the lead with a basket on this possession. McMillan. Oh, there's a basket. Cook with the assist and a powerful two-handed, uncontested dunk by McMillan.
And McMillan caught that cleanly. I mean, those were good hands.
That was another get out of the way. Here I come. 48-47, Georgia by 1. McCorkle to the right side of the floor. Armand Franklin. Back to McCorkle, left wing now. Trying to go into the post. Shedrick steps away, shoots over McMillan, misses it off the rim. Two-handed rebound Jalen Ingram for the Dogs. Georgia pushes it up left to right. We've got it in front court and a 1-point lead. Ingram with the ball, feeds McMillan left of the lane, turn around, shoots an air ball, caught by Franklin on the weak side.
Yeah, that was a foolish shot. That was not well advised.
48-47, Georgia by 1, 6.5 minutes to go. Noah Bauman getting off the bench, ready to come into the ball game. Virginia on the block. We double team. They muscle it up and in anyway. Was that Gardner or Shedrick? I think it was Gardner. I got screened out. It was Gardner. Dogs turn it over on the other end. They swipe a steal. Virginia does under the basket. Cavaliers have taken the lead. Now they get the ball back. 49-48, Virginia. And they work on the offensive end. 6:02, now less than that remaining here in New Jersey. Kihei Clark works against Cook. Clark for Virginia, back and forth across the top of the key. Over to Franklin, bumped by Abdur-Rahim, and that's a blocking foul on Georgia. The former Virginia Cavalier with a blocking foul against his former team, and Jabri will come out of the ball game, and Noah Bauman will check in. And it's 1-1 for the Cavaliers. Armand Franklin, the transfer from Indiana, where he played for 2 seasons, stands at the free throw line for the Cavaliers, waiting for the 1-1. Free throw number 1 by the right-hander is good. Franklin now with 16 points in the contest. 2-point Virginia lead. This for a 3-point lead. If he makes the free throw, he does not. And a lane violation on Georgia, so it's going to give Franklin another crack at it. I think it was McMillan that had the lane violation for the Bulldogs. Franklin's second free throw, it cost us a point. He makes it. 51-48. Virginia by 3 again. 5:50 to go in the contest. Ingram feeds it into Cook. Aaron, the transfer from Gonzaga, will walk it into the front court. Now put it in play. Feeds Ingram. Oh, he had a shot down the lane, but he dropped the ball. Picks it up. Now it's knocked out of his hands again, trying to get it to Eder. He does. Reverse it back to Ingram. Virginia steals it off the bounce. Cavaliers take it away again. Dogs just turning it over. Franklin 3, too deep. We're saved by their poor shooting on threes, or else this one would be getting ugly, because we're turning it over way too much. 14 turnovers for Georgia, only 3 in the game for Virginia. 3-point Cavalier lead, 51-48. Dogs can tie it with a 3 on this possession, but we've only made 2 of those tonight.
Yeah, they haven't been exactly raining for us.
Cook attacks, floats it up with the right hand, off the front of the rim, no good. Nobody's there to rebound, and then a foul after the fact on Cook. That's his third. 4:57 remaining. Braylon Bridges back in. Jackson Eder out. 3-point lead for Virginia, 51-48.
Next foul on the Dogs, boy, they'll have the double bonus.
This will be Beekman at the free throw line. Reese Beekman, a 6'3" guard from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, to shoot the 1-1. The right-hander makes the front end. Now he'll get the bonus try. 52-48. Now it's a 4-point lead. Virginia's largest lead tonight came early in the first half at 7. Georgia's largest lead also came early in the first half at 4. And Beekman hits a pair of free throws, and that's going to get us into a timeout. Did they call the time? Virginia called the time, so we'll take the timeout as well. 4:57 remaining. Cavaliers now with a 5-point lead. That looks humongous the way this one's going. 53-48. Virginia leads Georgia on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Kroger knows this year the holidays are doubly important, so make your celebrations doubly special with fresh, never frozen prime grade beef and Simple Truth organic Brussels sprouts. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Double specialness, void where prohibited. Certain restrictions. Wait, stop illegal. We've got even more special holiday food, like delicious king crab legs, private selection gourmet potatoes, or cave-aged Murray's cheese, and fresh baked La Brea bread. Kroger, fresh for everyone. All right, legal. You're up. Double specialness, void where prohibited. Certain restrictions may apply. Shop at participating stores for more details.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
For the last 4 years, BMW has helped provide 9.3 million meals to Feeding America. With this year's program alone, we hope to continue to grow and further build connections with the local food banks in your community. So right now, during BMW's Drive to End Hunger Test Drive event from November 18th through the 22nd, your test drive will help provide 200 meals to Feeding America, and you'll receive $1,000 towards a new BMW. Visit your local BMW center for details.
This is Matt Siraj, fourth generation owner of Community Coffee. My great-grandfather named it Community, just out of appreciation and respect for his friends and neighbors. And for 100 years, our family has been about two things: great tasting coffee and great people. And as America's #1 family-owned retail coffee brand, we believe it's our responsibility to continue to give them the best tasting coffee experience possible. And it's why we're excited for you to discover your new favorite blend. Look for Community Coffee at a store near you.
Virginia scored 8 of the last 10 points in the game. They lead by 5, 53-48. Georgia did have a 1-point lead above the 8-minute mark. It was 46-45. But the Dogs have managed just 2 points in about the last 3.5 to 4 minutes or so. Georgia basketball is driven by your Atlanta area BMW centers, providing legendary performance, exceptional offers, and a premium ownership experience. At BMW, they only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine. Visit BMWATL.com today, proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics.
We are shooting just 23.8% from the floor in the second half.
Ouch.
Ouch is right.
Yeah, 5 of 21 and haven't made a 3 in the half. 0 for 7. Only made 2 tonight.
And Ingram has both of those.
53-48. We need a basket here, though. Bauman's in the ball game. Finds Cook trying to post up, and Bauman throws it out of bounds into the far corner. Missed him by about 3 or 4 feet.
I mean, I'm looking down his. I don't know where he was throwing that, but Cook was clearly going towards the basket. He threw it over the corner.
Another turnover by the Dogs. 15 turnovers by Georgia, only 3 by the Cavaliers tonight. But they've missed a bunch of threes. Trying to pull away. It's remained close. It's a 5-point game. Shedrick clobbers Cook out on the edge. Neither player with the ball. The officials don't blow the whistle. There's a steal by Georgia. Ingram steals a bounce pass from Clark for the Dogs to Oquendo in the right corner. Yeah. Buries a 3 right in front of our bench. There's a scanning energy helps. 3 that we needed.
That helps.
That's our 3rd of the night. Makes it a 2-point game, 53-51. Georgia now 3 of 16 on 3-pointers. Beekman drives, reverse lay-in from the left side, won't go. Rebound Ingram for the Dogs, flips it over to Cook down the middle of the floor. Aaron gives it to Ingram. Quick 3, pulls the trigger, hits the front of the rim, no good. Rebound Virginia. Give it right back to the Cavs, 3:35 to go. They lead it by 2, 53-51. Cavaliers ball, front court left. Clark out of the left corner, up the wing, guarded by Cook for Georgia. Bounces it off to Franklin. He ducks underneath Oquendo. He schools the junior college transfer and lays it up and in.
Got him in the air, and you can't change direction when you're in the air.
55-51, 4-point lead Virginia. Oquendo.
Guy with his feet on the ground can, and did.
Dogs in white, Virginia in blue tonight. Cook drives around the defender Gardner to the rim, tries to lay it up, shot blocked. Dogs get the possession. Ingram misses a three, bricked it off the right side of the glass. Rebound down to Virginia. 250, 249, 248. Cavs by 4, and they've got the ball. 55-51 they lead. Franklin between the circles. Feeds it left to Clark. Dribbles along the foul line. Finds Franklin. Mid-range 2, right side, good. 57-51. Georgia wants a time. Timeout, Dogs, with 2:29 to go.
Well, we've made too many mistakes here. I mean, we got it to where we had a lead. We just make mistake after mistake after mistake, and you can't do that against a team that's as disciplined and well-schooled as Virginia is.
2:29 to play, 57-51. Cavaliers lead the Dogs. We'll take a break. Back to New Jersey after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Core Power is the official protein drink of Georgia basketball. Fueled by 26 grams of high-quality protein to give your body what it needs when it needs it. Recover and build lean muscle with Core Power, the official protein drink of Georgia basketball.
Put on your red and black, grab your foam finger, and get ready to unleash the dogs. Scana Energy is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Every day is a dog day here, so get loud, Georgia. Join Scana Energy as we unleash the savings and cheer our team to glory this basketball season. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com to save.
Want more exclusives and behind-the-scenes Bulldogs content, more game highlights, mic'd ups, and original programming? Search for the Georgia Bulldogs All Access channel on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Georgia Bulldogs All Access, your official inside connection to Georgia football and all Georgia Bulldogs sports.
Georgia fans, college basketball is back, so grab your friends in a cold, refreshing Dos Equis lager and make the most of the big game. Whether you're at the bar with fellow dogs or watching with your friend who went to that other school, Dos Equis is there for it all. So buy a cold, crisp Dos Equis and go Dogs. Dos Equis, proud partner of Georgia Athletics. Get a dose. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2021. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas. White Plains, New York.
The SEC taught us to show our team pride. Having the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions lets you say Go Dogs every time you pay. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. Virginia's opened up a 6-point lead now with 2:29 to go, 57-51. Dogs ball will bring it up the length of the floor, left to right. Cavaliers play a man-to-man, and they play it very well. Christian Wright back in for the Dogs now. The freshman high right wing, guarded by Armand Franklin, who's their leading scorer tonight with 21 points. Cook gets a step on his defender, goes under the basket, feeds Oquindo, driving down the lane. He lays it up from the left side, good. Cook with the assist, Oquindo with the bucket. It's a 57-53 contest now. Virginia by 4. They've got the ball, minute 54 remaining. Need a stop here.
Well, you got to get one.
Clark sends it into the big guy. Shedrick works against Bridges.
That's offensive.
Yeah,
that's offensive.
Nope, they called it on Bridges, a hold.
Oh,
that's his fifth foul.
That's his fifth.
Braylon just came back in the ball game and picked up his 5th foul.
Oh, my goodness.
Bridges not happy with the call. Tom Crean calls his team over. Got to make a substitution with the foul out for Bridges.
I got to tell you, I was looking right at it. I didn't think that was a foul on Bridges. I really didn't.
Jackson Eder will come into the ball game for the Dogs, so we'll have Cook and Eder and Wright and Oquindo and Ingram, our 5. After the period that Georgia has to make the substitution.
Well,
and that's the 10th team foul as well, so it's double bonus now with 1:43 to go. Cavaliers lead by 4 with 2 free throws coming. 57-53. And it's Caden Shedrick, 6'11", redshirt sophomore, to shoot foul shots. And he's pretty good for a big man at 75% this season. Was 4 or 5 in their last game. Big, tall right-hander, rips it home. Good. That's his first point of the game. Averages almost 8 a contest. Gets his first point at the free throw line with 1:43 to go. Wright checks out. Abdur-Rahim back in for Georgia. Shedrick tries to put Virginia up 6. He does not. Misses the free throw. The rebound tapped up off the backboard and back down to Georgia. 5-point lead, 58-53 for the Cavaliers. Dogs ball with 1:34 to go. Get it into Ingram. He posted up. They block his shot. Eder chases down the loose ball. Out to Oquendo for 3. Line drive. Missed it off the rim. Rebound Virginia. Shedrick with a huge block there on Jalen Ingram.
Well, that's a mismatch underneath.
Cavaliers ball, 1:12, taking their time. They're up 5, 58-53. 68 seconds, now less than that. Franklin's got it. Baseline 2, no good. Back of the rim. Shedrick, big rebound. Pump fake. Goes up in the air. We foul him. And the foul on Jabri Abdur-Rahim. That's his second. And 2 more free throws now for Shedrick with the clock stopped at 59 seconds and the Cavaliers up 5. Free throw 1. Good. Shedrick's defense here in the last couple of minutes is
been
keeping
key.
Virginia
been key, no
out
doubt.
front. Yep.
No doubt.
Second free throw also good. He made them both there, and the lead back to 7, matching their largest of the ball game. Dogs need a Scana Energy 3 right here with 51 seconds to go. We'll see if they can get one. They swat the ball loose from Cook. He picks it up, gives it over to Ingram. Ingram going to spin and drive and called for an offensive foul. Said he hooked his man, said the offside official. 60-53. Ingram called for the foul on the dribble. And that's another turnover for the Dogs. Virginia's going to have the ball, 44.7 seconds to go, and we're down 7.
16-4 on turnovers. 16-4.
They throw it into Clark, and we trap him in the corner, and then foul, and the foul is called on Aaron Cook. That's 4 on Cook for the Dogs. 44 seconds remain. That'll put Clark at the free throw line. Clark has only missed 1 free throw this season. He's 11 of 12. And that one is good. So the Cavs hit their free throws here to stretch it out towards the finish of this ball game. 61-53 now, an 8-point lead with 44 seconds to go. Georgia's in a situation where it needs threes now, but we've only hit 3 of 19 tonight. Second free throw by Clark, rattles in there good. When there's no pressure, those free throws are a lot easier, aren't they?
Well, sure.
62-53, yep. Clark, or Cook rather, drops it off to Jackson Eder, and a foul called on Virginia. That's a block on Statman. And the clock stops with 34.5 seconds to go. 62-53. Georgia's only scored 19 points in this half. Shooting 25% for the half, just 1 for 11 on threes. Virginia has defended in the final 20 minutes. And Eder misses the free throw, but Oquendo, a recipient of the rebound that rolled off Virginia's hands, and he puts it back up and in. We get 2 out of it. Virginia an inbounds and a quick foul by the Dogs. That'll send Franklin to the line. Foul on Eder. His first. He's got some to give just in case. 62-55. Virginia leads by 7.
There's some confusion about Aaron Cook's coming back in the game, a little confusion about who was staying on the floor and who was going off, but I think they got it straightened out. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good.
Yeah, Christian Wright left. Franklin hits the free throw for Virginia. He's got 22, leading scorer in the ball game tonight.
You know, they struggled a little bit at the line tonight, except for down the stretch here.
Yep. Well, like I said, when there's no pressure, they're a lot easier. And there's no pressure on Virginia, and they're stroking the free throws home. 64-55 now. It's a 9-point lead. There's a deep three by Ingram that rattles out for Georgia. Rebound, Virginia, and then a foul on the Dogs. 21 seconds to go. Dogs had a 3-point lead at intermission, but couldn't find the bottom of the basket too frequently here in the second half.
And that hurt us. That and the combination with the turnovers, giving them all the extra possessions. But
Gardner shooting free throws now for the Cavaliers. Almost got a little jump shot there at the free throw line. His feet don't come off the ground, but he has a jumping motion, and he missed that first free throw. And the second one's going to roll in there good. Gardner missed one, made one. 65-55, 10-point Cavalier lead, largest of the game. Cook, deep, forced three, air ball from straight away. Virginia rebounds. They'll run out the last 10 seconds, take it across the timeline. Gardner will just dribble out the clock, and the last 4 seconds will tick away, and the Cavaliers will win it tonight here in New Jersey. 65-55 is our final score as the Dogs fall here in the Legends Classic. Georgia will play tomorrow afternoon now in the 5 o'clock consolation game against the loser of the nightcap here coming up, Northwestern and Providence. So our airtime tomorrow will be 4:35 for Bulldogs basketball here along the network.
Well, Scott, I thought we had the toughest draw in this tournament with Virginia right out of the gate, but always looking for that silver lining. I think Georgia can take a lot from this. Look, they led Virginia at the half and played with them throughout much of this game. But again, things that we've seen in the past, turnovers, and then the inability to shoot the three despite that's something that we need and want to do, but just didn't hit them at all tonight, and as a result of that, it came back and bit us badly.
Oh, that's the two big things, two big factors of this ball game and the outcome. You nailed them both. 16 turnovers for Georgia, only 4 for Virginia, and then Georgia going 3 of 21 on 3-point shots. Virginia only hit 5, but they had the ball a lot more, and they took care of the ball a lot better than did Georgia as they win it here tonight. 65-55. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification here on the Bulldogs Sports Network. Coming up next, it's our Regions Locker Room Report, brought to you by Regions. Get the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. Final from the Prudential Center here in Newark, New Jersey. Virginia 65, Georgia 55. Stay tuned. We've got more coming right after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Kroger knows this year the holidays are doubly important, so make your celebrations doubly special with fresh, never frozen prime grade beef and Simple Truth organic Brussels sprouts. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Double specialness, void where prohibited. Certain restrictions. Wait, stop illegal. We've got even more special holiday food, like delicious king crab legs, private selection gourmet potatoes, or cave-aged Murray's cheese, and fresh baked La Brea bread. Kroger, fresh for everyone. All right, legal. You're up. Double specialness, void where prohibited. Certain restrictions may apply. Shop at participating stores for more details.
It's time to cheer on the Bulldogs with the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth, and at 5% alcohol, it's got the perfect kick to turn things up on game day. It's time to stock up for the season. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted. Please drink responsibly. Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
This is Matt Siraj, fourth-generation owner of Community Coffee. My great-grandfather named it Community, just out of appreciation and respect for his friends and neighbors. And for 100 years, our family has been about two things: great tasting coffee and great people. And as America's #1 family-owned retail coffee brand, we believe it's our responsibility to continue to give them the best tasting coffee experience possible. And it's why we're excited for you to discover your new favorite blend. Look for Community Coffee at a store near you.
Now more than ever, it's important to support our local businesses, whether it's your favorite pizza place or your neighborhood barber. That's why I'm a proud member of Georgia's Own Credit Union. Georgia's Own has been serving our local community for more than 85 years. Whether they are saving you money on a checking account or credit card, or supporting the people, places, and teams that we've grown to love, Georgia's Own can't be beat. To learn more, visit their website at georgiasown.org. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and I'm one of Georgia's Own.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, welcome to the Locker Room Report, presented by Regions. Regions, get the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. Coming up, reaction from the Dogs locker room, stats, and a look at other games around the SEC and across the country. Now, let's go back courtside.
A tough one for the Dogs today as we welcome you back inside the Regions Locker Room Report, where you can get the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. 65-55, Virginia knocks off Georgia. The Dogs withered in the second half. Virginia outscoring the Bulldogs by 13 in the final 20 minutes after Georgia had a 3-point lead at intermission. And the Dogs' shooting percentage falling down to 37% for the game. We had 16 turnovers to only 4 for Virginia, and those type of things, as we pointed out a few moments ago, the reason for the loss tonight. Let's talk about something positive, however. Our player of the game brought to you by the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613. We are Georgia's electricians. Visit IBEW613.org. And Chuck, Jalen Ingram had a double-double tonight. He had 10 points. He was the second leading scorer, and he did a nice job on the glass tonight with 12 rebounds, matching his career high, his 11th double-double of his long basketball career, and this is 127th career game.
For a while, it seemed like he was the only guy getting rebounds. I mean, he was doing such a good job. But, Jalen's one of those kind of guys that, his experience pays off for Georgia, and he's going to be one of the keys to helping Georgia get better here as we progress.
So Jalen Ingram is our IBEW player of the game. 65-55, the final score. We'll catch up with Coach Tom Crean here in just a few moments. Providence and Northwestern taking the floor now here at the Prudential Center for game number 2 here in the Legends Classic. The Dogs will play the loser of this contest tomorrow in the consolation game. 5 o'clock here in this building. Our airtime will be 4:35. Tomorrow afternoon here along the Bulldogs Sports Network. Stay with us. More to come on the Regions Locker Room Report, where you can get the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. Back in a moment on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
You know what's fun about the holidays? Yep, it's shopping. Well, the Georgia Lottery and Fantasy 5 are about to up the fun with a chance to win a $5,000 shopping spree. Every week in November, 5 winners will win $5,000 to go shopping. Just enter your non-winning Fantasy 5 ticket at fantasy5giveaway.com. And who knows, you could win $5,000 to buy whatever you want. It all happens in November. So play Fantasy 5 from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
Healing and protecting your heart isn't a one-person job. It takes a team. At Northside Hospital Heart Institute, we've brought together 75 leading physicians with the expertise to treat any cardiovascular condition, whether you need a checkup, to get your blood pressure under control, or face a serious heart surgery. We're here to give you the utmost confidence in your care. Now at over 50 locations across Georgia. Northside Hospital Heart Institute. Excellence at heart.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
Every basketball fan knows that playing at home is an advantage. But when you're ready for a home, the competition can be fierce. A verified approval letter from Rocket Mortgage can help. It tells sellers that your offer is good, helping your bid compete with cash buyers and giving you an edge in the home buying market. So when your finances need a home court advantage, Rocket can. Get started at RocketMortgage.com. Rocket Mortgage, proud supporter of college athletics.
A verified approval is based on an underwriter's analysis of your individual financial information and pre-owned title report. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states and MSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
Have the ball. We're down one. Can take the lead with a basket on this possession. McMillan. Oh, there's a basket. Cook with the assist and a powerful two-handed, uncontested dunk by McMillan. And that's your ultimate drive of the game, driven by your Atlanta area BMW centers, providing legendary performance, exceptional offers, and a premium ownership experience. At BMW, they only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine. You can visit BMWATL.com today, proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Our drive of the game with that McMillan dunk, and Ty finished with 8 points tonight, Chuck, off the bench, matching a career best for him. It was good to see him come off the bench and get into the mix.
Yeah, and I think that'll do a lot for his confidence. Ty, he did a terrific job and gave us some great minutes off the bench. Maybe earned more minutes down the road here, but he does great things, and then he turns around and takes a really ill-advised shot off the baseline at a point that we didn't need him taking that shot, where he just sailed everything. And that's not what his strength is. Now he took a three, too, and missed it, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
Yes.
And so, we need him to do what he does, and that is work around underneath the basket.
Well, as Clint Eastwood once said in his movies, a man's got to know his limitations.
There you go.
And, Ty McMillan will find out what his limitations are. I mean, he's good around the basket, on the blocks. We saw his power game tonight with the dunks.
He can do a lot of great things for you. And rebound, too. He can do a lot of really good things. Play defense, rebound, score around the basket, those cutting dunks to the bucket. It was showtime, but he's got to learn that's where his strength is.
Virginia's strength tonight was on the defensive end of the floor, especially in the second half, as Georgia shot just 26% in the second half, 8 of 31. We hit only 1 of 13 threes in the final 20 minutes.
Wow.
We only had 3 for the whole game. But the second half was just. I mean, that was the kind of defense that we expected to see from Virginia, and it really reared its head in the second half.
They're right in your face. I mean, they were that way right from the tip. They get up, get on. They make it difficult to get a good look at the basket. You believe me, shots that you make, you earn.
65-55 was the final score tonight as the Cavaliers pulled away and won it by their largest margin of the game, but free throws certainly down the stretch padded that lead for Virginia as they weren't shooting
this game
very
was
well for most of the game.
This game was
it was a 1 or 2 possession game throughout.
Yeah, like you said, it was the free throws that padded it down the final minute, because we were trying to foul just to get possessions, hoping that we could start to hit a three or a couple of threes. But that didn't happen, and they just kept tacking on the free throws.
Yeah, they finished up 18 of 25 at the free throw line. Georgia finished 12 of 15. The Bulldogs' free throw shooting was good tonight compared to Georgia Tech on Friday when we missed 12 and hit 50%. Tonight, the Dogs miss only 3 and hit 80%. Just probably didn't get there as much as we would have liked to. Only 15 free throws this evening. But again, Virginia just played terrific defense, forced a lot of Georgia mistakes. The Bulldogs turned it over 16 times, and we fall by 10 here in New Jersey in Game 1 of the Legends Classic. Providence and Northwestern coming up here momentarily. We're going to catch up with Coach Tom Crean in just a few minutes. This is the Regions Locker Room Report, where you can get the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll try to make our way back to talk to Coach Tom Crean, or at least we will certainly make an effort and get to catch up with the coach before we get out of here tonight. Final score again, Virginia 65 and Georgia 55. Now this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Georgia drivers take pride in their cars because your car is important to you. It gets you back and forth every day, helping you connect with family and friends, getting you to work, to the store, and the football game. Protect the vehicle that protects you with dependable coverage from an insurance company that's known for keeping its promises. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, right here in your community. Learn more at gfbinsurance.com.
Georgia fans, college basketball is back, so grab your friends in a cold, refreshing Dos Equis lager and make the most of the big game. Whether you're at the bar with fellow dogs or watching with your friend who went to that other school, Dos Equis is there for it all. So buy a cold, crisp Dos Equis and go Dogs. Dos Equis, proud partner of Georgia Athletics. Get a dose. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2021, imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Get ready for tip-off at the UGA Bookstore, featuring the best Bulldogs gifts and apparel. Shop all the great brands at the UGA Bookstore like Nike, Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vines, and Southern Tide. The UGA Bookstore is the exclusive home of the UGA 10 collection by Peter Millar. The UGA Bookstore in the heart of campus next to the Tate Student Center. Shop online 24/7 at UGABookstore.com. The UGA Bookstore. It's where dogs shop.
Your red and black. Grab your foam finger and get ready to unleash the dogs. Scana Energy is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Every day is a dog day here, so get loud, Georgia. Join Scana Energy as we unleash the savings and cheer our team to glory this basketball season. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com to save.
Zach Jewell here with you from the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios as the Dogs fall in the first game of the Legends Classic, 65-55, the final score. Time now to get you one final check of scores around the nation. We'll start in the SEC. A few other games going on right now. We'll give you the finals first, though. 10th-ranked Kentucky, they beat Albany at home 86-61, the final there. In Wisconsin, well, they knock off Texas A&M in the first game of the Maui Jim Maui Invitational. That game being played in Las Vegas this year. Their second straight year away from the Islands, as they were in Asheville last season. Wisconsin wins that game 69-58 over Texas A&M. Got a few games in progress at the moment. 13 minutes to go in the second half. LSU leads at home against Belmont 52-30. With 8:06 to go in the first half, number 23 Florida leads Cal 18-17. That game part of the Fort Myers tip-off. And Mizzou trailing Florida State big 38-19. That game in the Jacksonville Classic with 4:07 to go in the first half. And then the last game of the night, number 13 Arkansas leading Kansas State 12-4. That game part of the Hall of Fame Classic presented by Hotels.com. So top 25 action, a few more finals to pass along. Well, let's get started in the Maui Jim Invitational again. Number 12 Houston wins 70-52 over Butler. We've got Cincinnati 71-51 over 14th-ranked Illinois. That game, another Hall of Fame Classic game. And the regular residents of the Prudential Center, where our game was tonight, Seton Hall, they lose 79-76 to Ohio State, another Fort Myers tip-off game. A few games going on right now. Number 2 UCLA leads Bellarmine 52-29 with 15:38 to go in the second half. And we got number 5 Duke leading 13-8 over the Citadel with 7:22 to go in first half action. A few more games coming up later tonight at 11 p.m. Number 1 Gonzaga takes on Central Michigan in the Good Sam Empire Classic, and again at 11, Dixie State plays at number 24 USC. That does it for Scores Around the Nation. Stay tuned. We'll have Coach Crean coming up right after this on the Bulldog Sports Network.
The SEC taught us that anything is possible, that just when you think you've seen it all, you won't believe what happens next, that comebacks are not the makings of miracles, but are born out of preparation, perspiration, and perseverance. As the official bank of the SEC, at Regions, we take these lessons to heart and strive to bring our best every single day. What has the SEC taught you? Join the conversation with #SEC Lessons. Regions Bank, member FDIC.
It's time to cheer on the Bulldogs with the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth, and at 5% alcohol, it's got the perfect kick to turn things up on game day. It's time to stock up for the season. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted. Please drink responsibly. Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio.
For up to the second news and special content on all things Georgia Bulldogs, visit GeorgiaDogs.com. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
For the last 4 years, BMW has helped provide 9.3 million meals to Feeding America. With this year's program alone, we hope to continue to grow and further build connections with the local food banks in your community. So right now, during BMW's Drive to End Hunger Test Drive event from November 18th through the 22nd, your test drive will help provide 200 meals to Feeding America, and you'll receive $1,000 towards a new BMW. Visit your local BMW center for details.
Back here at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey, Legends Classic. Dogs fall tonight to Virginia, and our final was 65-55. Cavaliers over the Bulldogs in their first meeting in 34 years. The last time these two teams squared off prior to tonight was in Honolulu, Hawaii in the Chaminade Christmas Classic, and the Cavaliers won that one in a rout 34 years ago, 87-54. It was much closer tonight, again on a neutral floor, but the result is the same as the Cavaliers get the win over Georgia. The Bulldogs now lead the all-time series 5-3, but the Cavaliers have won the last two, albeit 34 years apart. So Georgia now 2-3 for the year, and Virginia improves to 3-2, and the Cavaliers will face the winner of the game about to begin here in a few moments, Providence and Northwestern, and Georgia will face the loser of that game in the consolation of the Legends Classic tomorrow at 5 o'clock here in the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. We'll be on the air with you at 4:35 to begin our pregame coverage of Bulldogs basketball. 65-55 the final tonight. Let's take a look at our final game stats brought to you by Northside Hospital. Northside Hospital has brought its legacy of quality health care to Gwinnett County, and today Northside is expanding resources and facilities in Duluth, Lawrenceville, Brazelton, and in other communities near you. Northside is proud to serve Gwinnett and to serve your families. To learn more, visit northside.com. We continue here on the Regions Locker Room Report. We're going to try to catch up with Coach Crean in just a little bit. He's still in the locker room with his players at last word, so we'll try to get to him before we get off the air here tonight. But let's take a look at the final numbers from this ball game. Georgia had a 3-point lead at intermission, 34-31, after shooting 37% in the first half. The Dogs shot only 26% in the second half, 8 of 31 from the field, just 1 of 13 in the second half on threes. We finished the game shooting 37%, 20 of 54 on field goals. Georgia 3 of 21 on threes, 14% there, 12 of 15 at the free throw line. 80% was the tally at the free throw line for the Bulldogs tonight. For Virginia, the Cavaliers shot 40% of the game. They shot just under 40% of the first half and 37% for the second half. Field goals, 21 of 53 for the game. Cavaliers were 5 of 20 on threes, 25% there. They were 18 of 25 at the free throw line, finishing at 72%. Certainly one of the key factors of this ball game tonight, the turnovers by Georgia, 16 by the Dogs, which is 3 more than they have averaged so far this season. Virginia came in averaging 13 turnovers a game, and yet had only 4 tonight. And off those turnovers, Virginia scored 14 points off Georgia's turnovers. The Dogs managed 8 points off the Virginia turnovers. The Dogs did win the rebounding category, however, 42-39, so they were plus 13 on the glass. Georgia had 29 defensive rebounds, 13 offensive boards, 23 and 6, the numbers for the Cavaliers. Points in the paint, Georgia had the edge there, 28-22. Virginia had the edge in fast break points. There weren't a lot of them, 7 for the Cavaliers and only 3 fast break points for Georgia. Virginia blocked 7 of the Bulldogs' shots tonight. The Dogs had 1 block, 7 steals for Virginia, 3 for the Dogs. Georgia had 12 assists to 10 for the Cavaliers. Individually, for Georgia, the leading scorer was Braylon Bridges, who ended up fouling out of the ball game late. He had 14 points in the contest on 6 of 11 shooting. He had a pair of free throws, 2 for 2 from the line tonight, and had 5 rebounds. The only other Bulldog player in double figures was Jalen Ingram, who was our IBEW player of the game. He had a double-double tonight, the 11th of his career, the first in his career at Georgia. He had 10 in his time at Florida Atlantic. He had 12 rebounds to tie a career best to go with his 10 points. He was 3 for 8 from the field, 2 for 6 on threes. He had a pair of free throws in the ball game and had 2 assists as well. The rest of the scoring for Georgia, Cario Oquindo had 9 points in the contest on 4 of 7 shooting. He hit 1 of his 4 3-point attempts. Tyron McMillan off the bench had 8 points, matching his career best as a Bulldog. He was 3 for 6 from the field. He had 2 rebounds as well. We had a host of players with 4 points in the game. Jabri Abdur-Rahim, the former Virginia Cavalier, back in his home state of New Jersey and playing against his former team. He finished with 4 points tonight. Not a great night shooting for Jabri, just 1 for 6 from the field. He missed all 3 of his 3-point attempts. He had 4 rebounds. Aaron Cook had 4 points tonight. Again, a tough night shooting for Aaron. Virginia's defense was rock solid, certainly in the second half, and a lot of that geared towards Cook. Aaron was 2 for 12 tonight, 0 for 5 on threes. He had 5 rebounds and 8 assists in the contest. Christian Wright finished with 4 points in the ballgame, only took 1 shot. He made it. He was 2 for 3 from the line and had 4 rebounds and 2 assists in the ballgame. Jackson Etter had the Bulldogs' final 2 points of the contest, a pair of free throws and 4 tries for the former walk-on. Dalen Riginal and Noah Bauman both got in the ball game, but neither scored for Georgia. So again, the leading scorer in the game was Braylon Bridges, who had 14 points for the Dogs. For Virginia, Armand Franklin was the leading scorer for the Cavaliers and in the contest. He had 23 points, which tied his career high. 23 points on 8 of 16 shooting, just 1 for 7 from 3, but perfect from the foul line, 6 for 6. He also had 6 rebounds, which was the second best total for the Cavaliers tonight. They had 2 other players in double figures. Kihei Clark had 12 points. He was 4 for 4 from the line, 3 of 8 from the field, and hit a couple of threes. He had 3 assists. And then you had Jaden Gardner had 11 points for Virginia, 5 of 9 shooting, and 6 rebounds. Those were all of the players in double figures. And again, your final, Virginia 65 and Georgia 55. And our stats brought to you by Northside Hospital. I think we have Tom Crean. We should get him in the next segment, so we'll hear from the Georgia head coach right after this timeout as we continue with the Regions Locker Room Report from Newark, New Jersey in the Legends Classic, where Virginia has defeated the Bulldogs tonight 65-55. We'll hear from the coach right after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Georgia drivers take pride in their cars because your car is important to you. It gets you back and forth every day, helping you connect with family and friends, getting you to work, to the store, and the football game. Protect the vehicle that protects you with dependable coverage from an insurance company that's known for keeping its promises. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, right here in your community. Learn more at gfbinsurance.com.
It's time to cheer on the Bulldogs with the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth, and at 5% alcohol, it's got the perfect kick to turn things up on game day. It's time to stock up for the season. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted. Please drink responsibly. Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
The SEC taught us that there's nothing like game day in Athens. And if you're all about the black and red, there's nothing like having the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions in your wallet. As the official bank of the SEC, Regions is here to help you pull for your team with everything you've got. To order your card, visit regions.com/GoDogs. Regions, member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees may apply.
At Wrangler, we know that life is all about taking the reins, no matter what's in front of you or which way the road turns. Because life is one big glorious ride, and Wrangler jeans are made to handle every step of it. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Wrangler is made for those moments when your heart says go and you follow it beyond what's expected. Because when the heart calls, you gotta be ready in jeans that are made to move and built to last. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Welcome back to the postgame show, and with in the locker room with Coach Tom Crean. And Coach, let me get your thoughts on this one.
Well, I have a lot of thoughts, but the first one, I don't know when I coached a team that out-rebounded somebody by 13 in the game, not 3, but 13 in the game, and shot 10 less free throws in the game. We had 9 offensive rebounds in the second half. We got 5 free throws out of it. I mean, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. We guarded well enough to win when you hold a team like that. Obviously, Armand Franklin played well, but when you hold them to 25% from 3 and under 40 from the field, that's good enough defense. You win by 13. I mean, you win the glass by 13. That's good enough rebounding. Now, we did not shoot great, and we had a couple of empty possessions when it was tied that caught us. And we came out of a timeout, and we had the perfect setup, and we just didn't make the right pass. You got to stick with what's working. But at the end of the day, I'm proud of how they fought. We navigated every screen in this game, and they are masterful. They are masterful at moving you down. They are masterful at the wide base. And if it's determined that we're not going to call it, then it's going to be a long night. It's like when people determine that somebody's not fouling in the zone. It's going to be a long night. And that was hard for us, but our guys kept fighting and going through it. And we'll shoot better. There's no doubt about it. But
a lot of that was their defense, though, right? I mean, they were up in your face.
Oh, yeah, they did a good job. We missed some shots we make. Yeah, we guarded them well, right? We guarded them well. But again, like I said, I don't know if I've ever coached a team that out-rebounded somebody by 13 and shot 10 less free throws. And I've never done that, of course. But I mean, that's hard for me to fathom without seeing the film. I mean, that a physical game like that could be that differential on the foul line.
Difference in ball possessions too, and they protected a little better.
Yeah, they did. We were good in the first half. We weren't as good in the second half, but they've got some outstanding guard play. And Armand Franklin, that's why we tried to recruit him. when he left Indiana. I love his game. We tried hard, and he decided to go Virginia, and he's playing very well in their system. But they're very precise. They're very good with their passing. They know exactly what they want to do. But when you're allowed to move the screen like that, man, I'd be good at it too. And when you can move the screen, push down into it, and you continually do that, that's really good on the way that they win. And but I'm still just stunned at the free throw difference on a team that out-rebounds somebody when the numbers are pretty even on field goal defense, and you out-rebound somebody by 13, which is not close to even, but yet you shoot 10 less free throws.
And Coach, now you got turnaround. You got another game tomorrow afternoon at 5:30. So you and your staff, you'll scout now, right?
Oh yeah, we're already prepared for either team. So we'll have some coaches stay here to get the calls, but we were already prepared. We'll be fully ready, outside of tonight's game with them. But like I told our team, it's going to come down to who is the most. Who's got the best will tomorrow, all right? Who can regroup the fastest, who can clear their mind the quickest, who can stay undistractable in the sense of what it's going to take to turn right back around and play. That's the team that's going to be victorious, and we've got to do our best job of making sure we help them get there.
All right. Thanks so much, Coach.
Sure.
All right, Coach Tom Crean with us, and let's get it back to the studio.
Thank you so much, Chuck. Zach Joel back with you one final time here from the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios as we run you down what's coming up for the Dogs. In the immediate future, we're back on the court tomorrow afternoon to take on the loser of the Providence and Northwestern matchup, which will be tipping off here in just a matter of minutes. Coach Joni Taylor's Lady Dogs will tip it off next Friday against Notre Dame in the Daytona Beach Invitational. Tip-off for that game scheduled at 4:30, so pregame coverage will begin on some of these same Bulldog Sports Network radio stations at 4:15. And we shift our focus to the Flats as Coach Smart's Dogs will be at Bobby Dodd Stadium for a noon kickoff for Clean Old Fashioned Hate to close out the regular season. That means our pregame coverage for a full day of Bulldogs football will begin at 8 a.m. on the network. Then you can relive it all Sunday morning just after 10 a.m. on Bulldog Brunch with Jeff Dantzler and Kevin Butler. That again, Sunday morning. That's going to do it for us tonight. For Adam Gillespie Engineering, Scott Howard, and Chuck Dowdle on the mics at the Prudential Center, I'm Zach Joel. Thanking you for making us a part of your Monday night. We'll talk to you tomorrow afternoon, Dogs fans.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, you've been listening to the Locker Room Report, presented by Regions. Today's coverage has been brought to you by Regions. Get the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Georgia Farm Bureau, always the home team. And by Piedmont Healthcare, connecting you with great care every step of the way. With confidence, we move forward. With heart, we keep carrying on. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, powered by Learfield and JMI Sports.